the bell.
In the space, looking down at your face. Who on the flow now? I got the flow now. We about to go now, like never stop. We always hot. We got the pot. Can't handle heat. Get off of the cot. What? I'm the shit, and you know you not. Tie it up with these laces. You know you not. I keep the spot. I get the drops. Got the food, yeah. Deliver while it's hot, bring it back, circular, working bruh, working girls on the curb. What's the word? Sentences, like mentioning. We about to hit the shit and kick it like it's MMA. I got the fucking violence right up in my DNA.
Kick it like it's
trying to play?
I might get KO'd. Yeah, they know, so I'll just keep it lay low and go by the same place that I wait by. I say hi, yeah, I stay like the same guy. Ask me why, I don't know, get the damn fly. If you could see, you wouldn't see, you don't know. Lie like you're lying on your back. I attack, it's the fact that it's tragic. You don't lack what I lack, and I'm had a gun to my head. Couldn't pull the trigger, they thought I was with it. But I'm drinking, I'll be off the liquor. What you really want from me? Nothing I can give to you. Had it yesterday night, and I give it up to the truth.
Man, I've come so far, but I got so far to go. I've been counting my blessings. Is it wrong that I want more? I've never been familiar with traveling easy roads. I just make it look easy, cause rocky roads is what I know. Been telling myself to trust the process and be patient, but I'm getting really tired of this hurry up and wait shit. Clock is ticking on, so I'm getting more anxious. Shaking my head as another motherfucking ignoramus. Getting paid and famous for doing something goofy and shameless. Disgracing rapping as an art form and entertainment. For the last few I've been precisely shooting where I've aimed it. Save the collaboration talk unless you plan on paying. Stick to the air and nasty treatments, definitely worth the payment. Growing pains are affirmations you going through changes. Regardless of the day, per se, pain ain't permanent. And always remember that you can't rush greatness.
Hey. Sick of anxiety and stress.
Ooh, I'm thirsty.
Sick of anxiety and stress. And what if I don't make it, those? But what if I don't make it, bro? T-shirt, arms out with all this heartache exposed. More weight I can never break. I put in the work and tirelessly riding these fears or drawing naked posing in.
No, keep going. You got this.
Acapella that.
Show that paid off.
You got it.
Yeah.
What? I'm about to get back in here. This pool water. Nice. What? I thought I was just gonna swim a little bit. I was just gonna splash. Since you looping shit.
Yo.
Yeah, no, me and my baby is surprised over here. Oh.
Yo, it's Young T on the beat. I'm trying to freestyle off the top. Who's trying to beef? I got the meats like Arby. Yeah, I got the store. We're cooking up. Yeah, niggas, they say they want more. Yeah. I do this from my core. It's off the top. I did this shit. Man, I'm really speaking. The beat is speaking to me. Yeah, I'm really eating.
Fuck it up.
Me and Raykeidrick being in the street fucking doing meetings.
What you mean, though?
Yeah. I'm having fun with it. Juju got the cider in me, I'm just drinking. I'm off the liquor, sometimes we get a bit twisted.
Let these niggas know!
yeah, never written. Keep going, keep flowing. Anyone can hop in, I'm trying to keep going.
Oh, let me hop in.
I'm chilling, got the food, these niggas tripping. In the mood, I'm in the city. Downtown, I'm in the loop. I'm spinning all this venom, and they mad. I be wearing jeans as denim, and they be like super villains. Spider-Man, that's Venom. I just see right through them. I just disappear. Be up out the way. Be up in the caves. Be up in the hills. They can't see me anyway. Be up with my babe. She thinks she my fave. And they see they going down. It's a heyday was yesterday. They see I got bananas stacking on my plates. I get my cash. They see I'm celebrating every single day. I be on time. I'm never late. If I get stressed, I meditate. Go to the top. I be flying, I'ma levitate. Ooh.
Levitate, I'ma float in the water. Don't you even bother. I'ma get it boiling, make it harder. Evaporate, elaborate. That means my language getting bigger. Lexicon, who I'm flexing on. It's the many niggas. Many men wish for me. Be deceased. I be over here like the receipt. You see my fucking numbers. I'ma stack them like digits and bricks to buildings. I be building, I be fixing, I be living. I be getting how I live until I don't know more, until my heart stop. Got to go hard. My wallet here is go yard. You see me for the win. I be moving like the wind. Don't talk to me or my baby ever again.
Updated, rehashing the beat, slasher attached to the habit of inhabiting me. Cameras, I'm having to read. Last pushing past of these speed addicts while captioning recaps of the past few nights happening.
I hope I catch a big break soon for my tunes, you know. As of late, I'm on my knees praying.
Jesus.
Animosities turn to obvious hatred. This indicates I'm getting so close that I can taste it. With analysis of the game and a landscape evaluation, oversaturation is a fucking understatement. Well aware of my influences and inspirations, I know you'll hear the sonic fusions and derivations, but there's absolutely no denying when my shit is playing that you instantly recognize and identify that distinct and distinguished Stanknasty cadence.
Hey, let's get it. Give it up for the freestyle. Let's get it. That was gas, y'all.
That was like Key and Peele East versus West freestyle over
You
here.
feel me?
A-Ron came through.
But you know what? Next time what I'm gonna do, there's this new trend about like instead of a roast freestyle, people are doing compliment freestyles.
I love that.
Oh, I compliment all four of y'all right now. I compliment the fuck out of y'all. I was gonna talk about y'all hairstyles and how they different, but nice.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm
That
gonna
is
try
cool.
that. I think I'm gonna try that. I love that because it's like a
I was gonna
twist.
bring Juju and everything. Shit, with a bun in here. I was like, yeah, we about to let's compliment some shit there.
You feel me, bro? Like it's Sunday too, so it's like let's start the week strong. But
I think we just did though.
I think we did. I think we did.
My
We
niggas
definitely
happy
did our
as fuck,
part.
smiling at y'all.
Listen,
Like, what?
cheesing, ear to ear. But you just listened to a fire ass freestyle by yours truly and the Treehouse Gang. Excuse me. I'm the host Artasia, and you are tapped into the Trillest podcast in the universe. Today, we have some really good fellows on this couch today. We eating watermelons. We got some peaches, apricots, and tangemellos. But the intangible things are sometimes the things that hold us back. Because we tend to focus on what we can see. We tend to focus on the five senses, but it's the stuff that you can't see, hear, or feel, like your thoughts, like your spirit, like your soul.
That's why I wear glasses now.
Yeah.
Because I can't see shit. But then I can see it.
You can choose.
Yep.
You got a choice, you feel me? But even if we can't see shit, sometimes there's always eyes on us. You know what I'm saying? And I want to talk about today is how I feel like we have a diverse group of gentlemen on this couch. We different ages, we've been through different experiences, we in different phases of life. But it made me wonder, like, and you kind of hinted at this, Raykeidrick.
Oh, let's come on now. Right, we did all of this.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We
But I do like the king part. Let's keep that. That's the nickname.
Raykeidrick.
Yeah,
Raykeidrick. Okay. Ooh, I was close. Okay.
It's Keydrick, but keep that
Key,
king in
no
there.
N. Okay.
Yeah.
Raykeidrick. Well, you hinted at kind of how like, because I think Juju had asked you, like how Chicago's so small, whatever. It's like yeah, it gets smaller and smaller, right? But you know what else gets smaller and smaller? I noticed as I get older, my social circle gets smaller and smaller. Right. So I want to talk about that too. Like, how has the value or the quality of the people you all hang around evolved as you all have evolved? But before we get into that, I want to take a moment for you amazing gentlemen on this couch to introduce yourselves. A name, a fun fact, an age, and relationship status.
All right. My name is Taj. I'm 26. A fun fact, I bake apple pies. Yeah. I be making like Nigerian food too. Like
He makes a
goosey
dumbass
food.
ceviche too.
Oh, and I'm Nigerian. Yeah. Yoruba.
I'm still released.
Oh, nice. But, and I'm single right now. Yeah.
I go by Stank or Stanknasty.
Let's go by Stanknasty.
Okay.
Keep that. That's it.
Hey man, that's the full thing. Some people
I
just
will
prefer
say it
Stank
every
though.
single time.
I'm married. Shout out to my wife, Crystal Anais Venegas. I know she's working right now. She's
Shout
a
out
realtor.
marriage.
Supposed to be here.
She's working right now. And A fun fact about me, I have obsessive compulsive disorder.
Me too. Oh my god. Now I can't use that.
You gotta do something else now, man.
Yeah. God damn it, Stanknasty.
I'm
Fuck,
Liam. Or you could call me Lilo, or you could call me Ghul. I'm Liam Ghul. I'm the fun fact. I don't know if I have any fun facts.
I'm sure you do.
That's a crazy. I'm decent in Muay Thai.
Oh,
I'm sure you
shit.
guys in Muay Thai.
Yeah, that's fun.
But that feels like fucking a try hard fact. That's what I was trying to.
Well, you're supposed to try
What's
hard.
the other?
about to
What was
say,
the other thing I have to say?
How old are you?
Oh, I'm 27. I'm 27. I'm gonna be 28 in like a month, and I'm like free love single. So like, it ain't happening. It ain't happening.
Hooray. That's so good.
Maybe if somebody finds my heart, no, it ain't happening.
He is not. Yeah.
Okay. That was beautiful.
Never say never, man.
Did you write that? Did you rehearse it?
I rehearsed it in front of Amir this morning, and I thought about a little voice, but
Yeah, you missed that fun fact one.
Yeah, no, I didn't. No, he said he's in
No,
Muay
no,
Thai.
he didn't rehearse that part. I had to think.
Oh, I'm about to say.
the fun fact, I didn't know the fun fact. I didn't know he was gonna ask me that.
Yeah, no.
Had I known that, I would have had a book or
Do you have a
something.
stylist? Who picked out this jacket?
That's the
I
first
stole
thing
this.
I
I stole this jacket from my friend like 3 years ago.
You know something? I hope that friendship survived this because it was worth it.
Shout out to that dude. Shout out that
Whoever
dude.
you are, keep loving Liam.
And then
He looks so good in
And
his
then my
jacket.
other friend gave me this shirt literally on Friday for our
Yeah.
photo shoot. And then these jeans I took to my brother. So really,
It's the power
it's the people
of
around you, like you've been
friendship.
saying. Yeah.
It's friendship. All right. My name is Raykeidrick Kamar. I'm 33 years old. Single, but we fucking. Fun.
Don't get it twisted.
Hey, people! I'm trying to do the thing that I was asked.
Thank you.
No, I'm just okay. Fun fact about me is I make.
You can sit back a little bit, you can move the mic closer to you.
Oh yeah, thank you so much. I make one of the meanest sandwiches on the planet, and I'm about what kind of sandwich? See, I'm a multi-genre sandwich maker. I got threatened in the hospital by a nurse over half of my sandwich because she tried the first half, and then she was like, "I'm leaving with the rest of it," and I was like, "Oh, this is my lunch." And then she said, "No, it's not," and pulled out a fucking 18 gauge needle, and she was
man.
like, "Yeah,
Ooh, those are fighting words.
yeah."
Well,
No, she had a sandwich. Like I didn't.
Yeah.
What tactical advantage? I'm holding a freaking. What do you call it's
So I
not.
said for her, that's fighting words to take your sandwich.
Yeah, but like, luckily, I stayed like across the street from the hospital. I just went home and made me an even better one. Also, I'm very good with my hands. I do drawing. I'm a very nice person. Some people call me golden retriever.
Because you keep coming back.
No, because I'm such a fucking dog.
Okay.
that is very funny.
Here you have it.
I did not expect that.
Shout out Leon Thomas.
Okay, so again, even another reason why I'm going to talk about this topic. So yeah, big brain. Yeah, so now that you all see the cast of this amazing panel, we're gonna jump right into it. So yeah, as you all have evolved, how has your social circle evolved? How has it been? Have you still been attracted to like, oh, as many friends as I can have? Let me get to know everybody. Are you entering rooms trying to get everybody's number? Like, oh, let me connect with as many people as possible. Not to say that's good as bad. Or are you all going into rooms like, you know what? You know, kind of whatever attracts my way, or like, let me just be my own vibe and like kind of going off things more than just like a number.
May I start with this one? I say, well, all right, calm down. I say that as my social circle has really solidified, it's very much an energy thing and an intent thing. So like, I use social energy like for work, but then also with family, friends, and loved ones. Like I'm the only clan member from my family out here.
Never mind.
Like I'm the only Hennessy. Yes.
Okay.
The fuck? Really?
We listen, we don't.
Did you really just call me Uncle Ruckus?
Whoa, you said clan. That's a crazy word.
Because they
Especially
say
these
last
days.
name clan. Yeah.
So you're the only one that can talk about it.
Yes.
Clan is not
Yeah.
a word
Where's your
like
family
that,
from?
But go ahead.
Talk about your clan, man.
Okay, you better stop, because we know how Republican you are over here, sir. And you get me off track. I'm supposed to have been done 2 minutes ago, but thanks to y'all, it's been a delay of game. Now, so it's more so like I am one of those people. If I'm in a room, especially like it's a scene, like it's an industry type thing. Cause like even now, like I'm getting into fashion, so I'm going to fashion things specifically to get to know people. So I use energy like that. But then there are some people, and we'll call them unicorns in this case, that are just really like you resonate with, you vibe with, and it turns into like this dynamic that y'all keep going, and it's a true friendship, and then turns into fucking family. And we got Exhibit A on the couch, actually. Doggone my bruv Taj right here. Literally off a subreddit to a Discord chat to making music and projects and putting on shows together. I got adopted by his family last Thanksgiving. His grandma knows me.
That was great.
That's awesome.
Oh my God. He brought home like maybe like 4 to-go boxes, then went to another Thanksgiving and he got 2 more to-go boxes.
You want to know
Crazy.
I have a high metabolism, and you should have led with that first.
Can't underestimate leftovers.
So a lot of the times now, I'm not like actively looking for friends. I appreciate being my age and still having the ease of making friends, but especially in the creative genre, it's definitely about who you know. So I got to get to know people to a certain extent, even if it's just like, oh yeah, what you do? That's one of my first questions I ask people is like, what you do? What's life like right now? Give me a slice of it. But I'm not like friendly social anymore. It's definitely like, who are you? How are you?
Yeah, and I think it's like 2 different modes too, because a lot of times when I'm out now, like if I'm at these like creative events or like these mixers, like that's like a work mode, right? I'm trying to like see what they're doing, and like I definitely feel that with that, like asking that question first, like what do you do? Like let's get to it. Like I need to see right now, like is this going to be a work thing, or are you just trying to talk, or are you just trying to have like some fun time? Like, and I think like separating it has been helpful to me, like keeping my energy like when I'm in social context with my close friends, and then keeping that circle of trust, I guess, like secure, and then I'm not like as I guess vulnerable like when I'm trying to like meet and like build connections with everybody, because there's a lot of people in the city who are trying to build and trying to work and like be creative and everything, but I mean everyone's spread out, everyone's distracted. You can't just be putting your faith in every single person you meet. So you got to be open, but then that has a cost on you too. So you got to manage your energy.
Compartmentalize.
Yeah, we owe you now.
Okay. I used to, when I was younger, I used to want to be friends with everybody.
Don't make me laugh.
But now I have my my close circle of friends. It's really based on like what people's goals are, like how people think. Like you said, like the energy that someone's giving. I can come off a little standoffish at first because I like to observe and assess first. That's kind of just in my nature, and I tend to ask a lot of questions if I'm talking to someone. Again, my day job, I'm a behavioral health nurse, and I counsel a lot of people in their. I go to their homes. I drive around and go to their homes, and I provide like goal setting and counseling type stuff. So, I think now at this point, my social battery dies very quickly because people put a lot of things on me, and I appreciate that, and I'm glad that I can help. But then it makes my ability to want to socialize, like even go to family events, hard because I've already been drained by. Not to say that they're draining, but I've been, a lot of this pressure is put on me to kind of help solve people's problems and help them get through the hard things that they're going through. And, something like this, for example, like this is refreshing because it's a creative thing that we're doing here, and this invigorates me. And I'm a creative person, but again, my social battery dies very quickly. So after this, I'm probably going to have to go hide under a rock for a couple of weeks or whatever. But when I do, you have to know yourself too. So when I do know that I'm ready to like pop out again and like be social, I do get very talkative with people, and I like to cut to the chase. Like, what bothers you? What's going on? Like, cause that's how it is a lot with my clients. We get straight to the meat and potatoes of it. So it's like, I know everyone's going through something. We're all going through something. Like, you don't gotta mask that around me. Just I'm going through something. You don't gotta mask none of that around me. And I base my interactions with how
authentic I think people are being too. I think it's hard to be genuine in all circles because sometimes you have to kind of play the game of who's the audience here, who am I quote unquote acting for, and you know
and that costs so much, like just like on yourself. And I definitely like completely relate. Like depending on what environment you're in, you might want to present to a certain type of way, especially if you have a goal like in this environment. And like it's useful, it can be effective, and you can get results that way. But like it's all about managing the energy that you put into it. And like just like you, man, like after this, I'm gonna need to like recharge. Like we've been going.
And I think it's one of those things where it's like, okay, you get to a point where it becomes tiring, like quote unquote masking for people, right? So then it's like at this point, I'm just trying to be myself, and sometimes that rubs people the wrong way, but that's their problem. I mean, as long as you're being, civil and everything, but if I'm a little quirky or something, or I do things a certain way, people, then fuck it. I mean, that's how I am. Shit. Pardon the language.
No, that's beautiful. That was eloquent, actually. Like, Shakespeare didn't write shit.
Shout out Shakespeare.
Shout out Shakespeare.
Yeah,
Billy.
In case you're watching.
Yeah, Billy.
You know Shakespeare watching. Shakespeare a fucking pervert.
So,
Is that true?
That is totally true.
Crazy segue. We'll double back.
You know something? Yeah.
We'll double back.
I don't know. He might have been. I don't know. I don't know.
Crazy segue.
But
you just crushed this man's whole island.
so for the friendship shit, I don't know. So you're from here. Are you guys not from here?
Yeah.
Are you from here?
I'm from Illinois, but not
But
the
like,
city of
in terms
Chicago.
of the people you're
I'm
around.
from Magnolia, Arkansas.
Right. So, but you're from here.
I grew up in like the suburbs. Then.
Okay. But
Oh,
you're
so
not
you're-
around
you're
the same.
not
So you're not around the same people. That's all I'm asking.
Okay.
I don't even
That
care about the
doesn't sound
Chicago
like
shit
Chicago.
of it. I'm just asking. No, here. Let me explain. I'm not even talking about. I'm not even talking about all that.
I'm saying,
I'm not even talking about all that.
if you were
Let me
rapping
explain.
and you was like, oh
Hey,
yeah,
yo.
Chicago,
Hey, yo.
and then I'm like, you know what? You know what rhymes with that?
All the facts
Frankfurt.
are out here.
Let me explain. The reason I'm saying this is because you asked about the friendship. So I'm from the city, and so I got like hella motherfuckers who are just still around me who are just like in the city, bro. Like, and maybe my relationship with them is a little bit toxic from 8 years ago when we first started doing drugs, and maybe like if we link up again. But there's so many of these people around me. Like in existence, and then there's the whole art scene of it too, and that's kind of like separate from. For me, I've always kind of in my head separate the friendship from the art shit, but then I end up only being friends with artists and only. Well, that's not fully true, but it ends up kind of manifesting in some ways like that.
Birds of a feather.
Yeah, or like I'm expecting these non-artists to do artist work, or whatever it is,
No, but sometimes they be doing it though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's so fun asking a conventional if they do creative shit.
Yeah, trying to get them to do some.
Yeah,
rap.
right. They don't talk about it that often. So
Yeah.
when you start asking, they like
Because they're like they think it's like, oh, like especially if you're an adult, like and you're in your 30s, like I feel like if you tell people that you're an artist or something, there seems to be some type of like, oh, like you're too old to be doing that or some shit, or like especially with like the rap stuff, like you see Clips putting out this amazing album and
Oh my God, let God
oh,
sort them out.
oh my god, and
Where you see the Vatican,
dude, if you ask me, like some of the best rappers are the older ones because they've accumulated more of this knowledge and wisdom, and then they're able to put it in a way that obviously speaks to kids too. Because, I mean, I've been listening to who's a good example, like Nas. I've listened to for a long
Favorite
time.
album right now. Favorite Nas album.
Probably
Damn,
Illmatic.
too long.
Illmatic.
Marley
Can it
shit.
not be Illmatic? Like,
I'm about to say anything
The
other than
Damian
Illmatic.
Marley shit.
Illmatic right now
Damian
because of the song.
Fine.
There's certain songs that, like, again, like with my OCD, like I latch on to things. So like I latch on to specific songs that I gotta listen to over and over and over again because they make me feel a certain way. So
Fair.
right now, my favorite Nas album is Illmatic. But for a while it was King's Disease 2 because when Lauryn Hill started spitting, she hadn't dropped anything, and then she came in there, talked her shit, and in my opinion is still one of the best female rap verses of like the last 5 years or something like that.
But she don't know how to act.
She just
That's my
popped up
issue.
in there and then
It disappeared.
dipped.
Just one album and just.
But
what an album!
I know,
Like,
that
you know
would be
what?
so
I'm gonna
cool.
take a
And
break
the-
as long as I want to.
And the
Yeah.
MTV Untitled though.
No.
She pulled a Rihanna.
The MTV Untitled
No,
is crazy.
Rihanna-
Rihanna
Was that an album?
Yeah.
It's I mean,
Like-
it's a collection
like
of songs.
I got you.
Like,
She never released it.
my condolences to Lauryn Hill because after that album, she went through a lot.
She did.
Like, shout out abusive relationships, not in a positive way,
Oh, okay.
but I just understand like. Y'all are gonna have to adapt to my English.
No. I swear to God. I know that's sorry to interrupt. I swear to God, if I make a clip out of that, shout out to Delicious will go viral.
out of context.
That's what you gonna say. That's what you gonna say. But that hook is crazy.
Okay, well, I'm
No,
gonna
but
say,
see, but see,
I'm gonna say it again. Shout out abusive relationships, not in a positive way, because like I was raised in a very abusive household, like both parents. But it affects your brain. It rewires your brain, trauma specifically, and then like intimate trauma like that from people close to you. It fucks with your brain in such different ways, and you move differently because of that. That's the only reason why like I still will always feel for Lauryn Hill. But that album, Miseducation, was fucking amazing. Like, goddamn.
It still holds up, man.
What? Didn't it go diamond?
I'm sure.
All I know, it was one of the few. I know this. It was one of the few, and I'm pretty sure it's like 5 or less hip hop albums to actually get album of the year.
Well, Kendrick is going for album of the year with GNX, and I believe Clips is also. So hopefully one of them wins.
Oh,
I
that's
love
not-
watching
that's-
hip hop win all of it.
That's about to be tough. I'm flipping a coin because I want both of them to win.
Up there.
Chance's new album was fucking awesome.
Yes, it was.
way to come
Yes,
back.
bro.
Yeah.
Dude, it was. I
Shout
had
out
that.
Chance.
Also, shout out Chance. We have a sketch for you to be in. We've already written it. And it's not about
get this going
it's
for
not
so
about
long.
Starline. It's about the one before that. But get at us. We got you.
Well,
I bet you
Chance.
people
We'll say
laugh.
it's about Starlight.
Do it.
Increase the odds.
Okay, it's
bro.
actually about
Why
Starline.
would you talk about being
That's the
authentic?
previous work.
Thanks to the advice
And
of
then find a way to
Gio.
work it in.
Yeah.
Find a way to work Starlight.
Like he's gonna be like a lot in the sketch.
That sounded just like.
That's how. Just
No,
like
I'm serious. Like Chance, we got you. Like let's make people laugh. Like we here now.
Chance is funny as fuck too. Always has. been.
Cool cat, real cool cat. No, I say all that to say like, and I forgot what somebody on this couch was saying. Something along the lines. I be forgetting. Thank you.
Taj, your kindness knows no
So yeah,
bounds.
you were talking about how you'll come into a room and then it's like you reach your social battery, then it's like I'm
Pop
kind
out.
of like I need to be poured back into, right? And then that's also the other thing. It's like sometimes people feel entitled to your time all the time,
I hope you hear that.
and sometimes they think just because they get a certain version of you one time, they're entitled to that all the time. And I feel like that's like a lifetime struggle, especially as someone who's in the scene, who's networking, who's in the industry. And then we do put on these masks. Well, like, I don't want to put words in you all's mouths, but like, at least be like, gotta be on. Gotta be on. Boom, so-and-so's gonna be there. Jesse White's gonna be there. The governor's gonna be there. Oh, here. Oh, Chance is gonna be there. Save money, blah, blah. Or like, we're going backstage. So-and-so, walk. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be on. You gotta be ready to go. But then it's like, at a more chill setting, it's like, you might see a different version of me. But it's like, it's not to say I was being fake. It's just like, there's just different versions of me at
Dynamic.
different times.
Right.
Right?
Go ahead.
Hope you enjoyed the performance. But like,
You feel me? But the performance doesn't mean it's fake. It's
Right?
just me.
it's
in
a
that
specific
arena.
effort.
It's a specific effort, right? So my question to you is like, how do you all explain, especially like to friends and family, like I guess like, how do you all explain maybe why you may be looking different or moving different to people you do care about? Because obviously you care about them enough to explain. Otherwise, you didn't. You wouldn't give a fuck.
Great question. I don't have an answer because
got
I
one.
don't explain myself most of the time.
What you mean?
I just don't. If somebody takes the time to ask me, like, "Oh, what's going on here?" I'll give them an answer. But most of the time, I don't explain
You're not
myself.
pre-explaining shit.
No, there's no disclaimer.
If you want to know, ask. Right.
Yes, but like that's it.
I agree.
I like that.
I think that this is such a great question because it's something I've thought about like for even before I started doing music and everything, just like in school, like if you're part of like a club, you're the president of this club and you're doing a meeting for this club, you gotta be the president, right? And that's different than if you're just like a student or whatever. And because I thought about it so much, I do explain sometimes, like especially in like when I've been in relationships and then been at certain events and like I'm trying to do something at this event, right? I'm trying to like network with a certain person. Like I might say in advance, like, hey, like if I'm like running around, like it's just because I'm like in a different mode right now. It's not that I don't like care about you. It's not that I'm like not trying to talk to you. I'm just trying to do this one thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's a good way to
so
communicate.
fucking fair.
and I think it's just helpful to do it in advance sometimes, especially like when I have the forethought and like I guess like foresight to do it, because it is different. And I've seen Raykeidrick do it.
What did I wait, hold up. What did I
No,
do?
no, just like the modes, right? Like in certain environments, you have to be this like extroverted. I mean, I say have to be, but sometimes it's you feel the pressure to be this extroverted type of person, and in other environments, you just you're yourself. You're just
In the
like
cut.
you're just being yourself. And I think it's like a great goal to be as authentic as possible, like in all of your environments, and that's something that I've been working on, like as I've like gotten older over the years. But I mean, it's pretty tough, especially when it's like you one of like a bunch of motherfuckers trying to talk to somebody.
Yeah,
Like,
in this industry, it seems like at the core of artistry, it seems, be yourself, be authentic. Like that's gonna give you the most raw piece of art that comes from you. But then at the same time, it's like when you're in the industry or at some of these events, there's an expectation then to be a certain way. Wait, I thought we were trying to be ourselves. Well, because of how I'm here, and it's not the same as everyone else, that means that that makes me in somewhat of an outcast in an industry where being an outcast is applauded in the art industry. So it's like it's this crazy dynamic that like, and I think that's the business aspect of it. It's like, oh, this is like a business, and like we have to like be a certain way or whatever, and it's this dance, it's this internal dance, and I think it's like you said, it's like it's always kind of a struggle too.
yeah. It's a constant push and pull, and that business aspect too.
It's tough.
Yeah, no, I remember like when we first started working on our comedy show. I mean, compared to where we're at now, and like we've done so much in like just the last couple of months. But I was talking to Raykeidrick about it like a couple of weeks ago. Like I just wanted to make some funny shit. I just wanted to write some scripts. Like I realized all that was gonna take, and it's like it's great.
But that's the real shit.
Yeah,
That's real shit. Everything else, like, fuck this other shit about, like, if we're connecting, like, you wanted to make some funny shit. He wanted to make some funny shit. Y'all just made some funny shit.
God.
That's what the shit actually
And that funny
mattered.
shit actually made a little money, didn't it?
Yeah, no, that's what actually matters. And that's when the money actually comes. It's when you do your actual shit. And it's like, oh,
that money
did
came
work.
so hard.
That's when you can really, if you jerk it right, that's when that money comes.
Pause.
No.
Keep going. Actually. Yeah. What?
No,
If you
Turn
get it right.
yeah.
If you get the right buoyancy. No, I'm joking.
No, that's but
That was
really.
a good word. That was non-sexual. Nobody can make any
Literally,
difference
It's like
off
that
of that.
angle. You gotta.
It's because it's really all about the art and all this shit. Like, I don't know, it's different in different scenes. Like, you were talking about the fashion scene. Like, in the fashion scene, you're gonna have to like kiss some nuts and like act and do some fake shit. Like that.
Yeah,
If you,
so that's
like
good.
everybody knows that. If you don't know that, like that's what it is. Like,
In a lot of industries, it's like that, unfortunately.
but it's not really like that in music. You can just flex on up. You drop a video that's rawer than everybody else. It's like, okay, you
That's
do
what
it.
I'm
Like,
doing
there's
right
certain
now.
shit that you can do. There's certain
That's
shit
true.
that
Every
you can
scene's a
do.
little. That is true.
Yeah,
Nuance.
they're totally different. They're not just a layer. They're totally different.
Like, soon as I was talking about getting to the fashion scene, I went to the rooftop at the Wit for this one event with one of my friends, and immediately, like, 8 out of 10 motherfuckers was like, "Do you know how to sew? You need to know how to sew."
Oh.
And I'm like, I don't. I know how to like design clothes like somebody else could sew, but they were like, you should learn how to sew. And then I talked to my boy Aaron, that doggone, shout out Aaron, because he just designed Off-White's freaking staff tee. But he started his brand Brigade back in like 2014, and the first thing he did was learn how to sew. So like I wasn't annoyed, but I noticed like
It's helpful.
It's the most common thing that motherfuckers say if you're trying to get into that scene. If you're trying to start making clothes, you need to learn how to sew. So I was like, fair enough. But yeah, each scene is different.
Yeah. Sometimes, I will say this though. Sometimes we think that we need the ability before we get the assignment. But
I'm a inverse of that. I feel like a lot of times I need the equipment before I need the assignment. Before I do the assignment.
well, sometimes the assignment
will motivate you to get the equipment, and you'll get the ability
And catch up.
You'll get the ability by doing the things that you need to do with the equipment.
Yep.
You feel me? But the assignment has to come first.
Felt.
So like the calling to do something, like you trying to get into fashion, you getting into fashion, right? Or say me performing at Lala.
Great save. What?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You all's comedy show going fuck national, global. You feel me? That's the assignment.
Oh yeah, no.
Everything
Live
else,
shows in Korea in 2027.
Hell yeah.
mark that calendar. Mark your date.
Not say all.
Sold out. You know what I'm
What is
saying?
it? I'm sorry to interrupt. What do y'all do with the comedy shit? What do you?
So
what kind
it's
of
a
shit do you do?
combination of stand-up, sketch with a sprinkle of improv in there because we like to play around with
Is
the
this
sketches.
live? Y'all do this
Yeah,
live?
this is at the comedy clubhouse in Wicker Park.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had our first
Wait,
two
let,
shows
let
in
people
September.
know. Yeah.
It is Station 606. Our next show is October 22nd. It's going to be Halloween themed. I'm thinking about, having a costume on, but like
No, we got some fun sketches planned for this
we
one.
got
Yeah.
some fun ones. Like this is only like our third show, but it's definitely about to be our funniest.
Yeah,
Right.
you can follow us at Station 606 Shy on Instagram.
And TikTok, right?
And TikTok, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not on there, but Station 606 is on there.
And TikTok.
Yeah. Come find us. Come see us. Come laugh. Laugh until you fart. Because people do that when they get older.
No, but I was thinking about what you just said though about like just you getting the assignment and then you figure it out afterwards. Like for both of us, I mean, prior to the beginning of this year, I had not written a single comedy sketch. Like I have no improv training. I've not done any like shoot productions, but we've done all of that. Like we just
in the span of what?
9 months.
Figured out as you're going too. I mean, some of the greatest artists,
We just died. We dove headfirst in the deep end.
Yeah,
And sharks tried to bite.
they
But
did.
we still swimming. Shout out Nemo. Shout out Dory.
just keep swimming.
Yeah.
You do. You have to keep on going. You gotta.
Shout
you
out
gotta commit.
Stanknasty.
You gotta commit, man.
Yes.
You around good people.
Yes.
baby. You got this.
That baby is around good.
Good spirits.
Good
in
people,
here.
good
Like,
spirits.
I don't feel a bad vibe at all, and I know you don't either.
Crazy segue, but we finna get a little vulnerable. How's that sound?
Okay.
How vulnerable are we talking? Like gunshot
How-
wound,
Cut my heart
stabbing.
out and stare at you.
How vulnerable we're willing to get?
I still see the shadows around you. Can't take back the love that I gave you.
It's to the point that I love it, I hate you, and I can't replace you. So I'm
No, I fucked up. You wish it was said enough.
Alright,
You
you just
were
were
the
the
one.
I didn't like Lucid Dreams when it first came out.
Oh,
Same.
no,
I didn't either.
immediate banger. Yeah. I was,
The samples.
It grew on me.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
the
it
sample.
I hate the sampling because Sting ate that shit up like Prince
Remember,
did
remember?
Arrested Development in the 90s.
There's no,
for
bro,
real.
You just,
I ain't gonna lie though.
nobody knows what the fuck you're talking
I'm
about.
mad at him. Hear
No,
me
no,
out.
this wait, real fast.
As I
What I'm
think it's hard. It's hard to come up with a good ass like a solo or like a riff.
Melody.
So I ain't
So-
gonna lie. So Sting, he did dun 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 dun. You know how much work he put into coming up with that.
Exactly.
So like, listen.
So it's
Juice
his
WRLD on some
intellectual
young nigga
property.
shit. Juice WRLD some young nigga shit again. He probably didn't know who's digging. He's on stop. Like,
but it did the job.
Sting stung his ass.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
maybe he
It's
didn't.
still going though. Like it.
But that was water under the bridge,
Right?
Because Juice WRLD had hits after hit after hit.
Yeah, because like Sting is the only motherfucker making money off that song now. But Juice WRLD,
Yeah.
that song did what it had to do for Juice
It was more
WRLD.
sort of impact.
Yes.
It wasn't about
That
the
was
money.
sound-
People aren't gonna forget
and
about
in
these
situations
things.
like that, I'm like, all right, that's fair enough. Like I
fair.
would do that. Like I would blow
Sting
up. off
took the money, but Juice WRLD took the real, like
The impact.
cultural icon impact.
Yes.
because nobody's didn't think about Sting from that.
He kept that and then he kept on going.
Exactly.
And Sting did the same shit to Diddy. He'll do the same shit to
Exactly.
anybody.
Sting did do the same
He
shit to
did do
Diddy.
the same shit to Diddy. Diddy owes him like 10K a day.
Yeah.
Sting will get anybody. Sting will
Sting-
sting
okay,
anybody.
well,
okay,
Don't
Sting-
fuck around with his shit.
Sting, no, hey man.
If you
Sting,
came
no.
up with something so impactful,
No, it was worth it.
like
right at that.
would
That's
you
what I'm saying. I ain't mad at
make sure like okay if people are gonna use this like they gotta pay
Go through
homage
me,
or they
yeah.
gotta like
I still do have
Pay
sample
up.
projects, and I'm praying that somebody has a problem with it.
Oh, yeah.
With it, you know, because that's a good thing.
I got it with the sample in it, and I'm hoping it blows up enough for I get
But
a
I gotta
cease and
know
desist.
people, yeah.
I'm gonna frame that cease and desist
Right.
letter, bro. Let me get that cease and desist
That's a
letter.
good sign.
What?
Yeah.
What is
Literally.
gravity
Oh,
and
it came back to
attention?
me. Remember, I was coming. Okay,
Yeah.
So it came back to me. See when you stop thinking about it. So I have a lot of friends who are strippers. Right. Perhaps.
Are you like down to introduce us? Remember,
Not me.
do you recall my relationship status?
I do, but I'm glad you mentioned
I have
that.
a great heart. Like, I'm a good person. I'm just fucking right now. That's
Right, but speaking on that, that's actually a great segue.
Hey, it's good to be honest about it.
That's what he wanted.
You got some great segues. No, for real.
I have a child here, sir.
This is a family house.
Okay.
Yeah, but still get some ear cover. Yeah, okay.
Earmuffs.
So, my stripper friends tell me,
I love that adjective.
yes, they always tell me that, like, they get the assumption imprints on them, like, oh, they're strippers, so, like, they must be whores. A lot of people think
They're
that.
not mutually exclusive.
Well, I'm saying most people think that. Like,
Yeah.
the general public will think that. Like, oh, don't stay around. Oh, my kids and blah, blah. Like, that's what they say society sees them
I
like
don't
that.
like the
Yeah.
general public.
Me too.
Too
right?
many of them wear red hats.
Anyway. Bro, because I will
keep going.
I will segue the fuck out of this. So coming back to that, but basically talking to them, they'd be like, it's almost the opposite. Like they told me how, like, since they've been strippers, they've been fucking less. They actually be celibate. This one girl said, like, she's been celibate for like 18 months or something like that.
How
Since
much
she's
she's
been a
selling the bit
stripper.
for?
Oh my god. Oh my god. You gonna have to ask her. Maybe I will connect her. You can ask her. You can ask her.
I don't pay, but like, it's nice to know.
Well, selling is out the question then.
Okay.
If you don't pay. But anyway, let us be focused, as Dr. Umar would say. But I say all that to say, again, I'm trying to connect the dots. So I say all that to say, sometimes when you're flooded with opinions or you're flooded with a certain type of attention, it almost makes you want to go the other direction. So it's like, again, if you look at the environment of a strip club, it's a bunch of naked people, it's a bunch of horny dudes throwing money at you, or in the back room getting lap dances. They're constantly asking for sex. They're constantly asking, like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's just like, it's a very, like, sexual environment, right, in general. So it's almost an oxymoron. Like, you would think that would, but it's like, that don't be the case. Because they're always, and here's a kicker. They say that they would go into normal life, like, boom, at the grocery store, at the gym, just meeting dudes at church, believe it or not. But here's the thing. They say in those environments, they will find themselves, like, not wanting to have sex.
Yeah.
With like even outside of it's like they almost lose their libido because they're around it all the time.
Probably
Yeah.
because the sexualization
It's
is
just-
associated with disrespect. I mean, a lot of the with disrespect. So, like, obviously, like, that's, you know, some people are into that, I guess. But I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, because they're surrounded by it, but they almost have a negative connotation to sex now.
Yeah.
And so now that, like, the thought of being intimate is they're associating with
Ew.
that, and they're like, no.
Gross.
Yeah, because it's
Versus before they were strippers, they were more open with it. But
Yeah.
now they see, like, it's kind of that negative, like, pay me, like, it's transactional.
Yeah.
They don't even want to have sex at all anymore. So I was, like, taking that into a different arena of, like, even using that same mindset of, like, if your job is to network, or sometimes if your job is to meet people, sometimes, kind of what you're saying, Stanknasty, maybe that, like, your job is almost like,
I love that he said the whole thing.
for real.
Thank you. One word.
It's not hard. It's not hard to say. But you saying, like, you know, boom, people are constantly trauma dumping, or you're just listening, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of your job. Not to say, you know what I'm saying, that, like, you don't like it or whatever, but just because it's your job, I can see how in day-to-day life, it's like, man, I just, don't have the emotional capacity to, like, hear this from, like, day-to-day people, like my friends,
It's
my
funny
family.
that you say that because I'm so used to asking certain questions, and in nursing there's a phrase called "I'm not judging, I'm assessing." So I ask questions, difficult questions, very personal questions, because my goal is to, okay, what's the problem here? What can we do to get to where you want to be? Because, you know, a lot of folks are dealing with some very severe mental illnesses. But yeah, I mean, and I think that might be why, even though I'm kind of standoffish, and I go into an environment and it's like I get overstimulated easily. I can handle a conversation and everything, and I do get very talkative. I actually tend to info dump. But I think people have a tendency to gravitate towards me, and they will just tell me very personal things. Probably because even though I come off standoffish, I come off non-judgmental, because I'm like,
Yep.
there's so much shit going on. Everyone's going through so much stuff that let's hear it.
Yeah.
Let's go. Like, I'm right here. Okay, yeah, let's, yep.
Get it
okay.
over with, come on.
Because
Yeah.
not get it over with, but like
Your personal
you're
safe
not,
space.
You're not gonna bother me with, and people say, oh, what I tell you might be really disturbing and really crazy. I'm like, I've seen it all, I've heard it all. I mean, I used to work on an inpatient psych unit in at Loretto Hospital.
Same. Wait, that's a different hospital, but yeah.
Do you know where that is?
Yes, it's out west.
But anyway, I've seen some of the worst things there, so maybe that might be also why I tend to not go out as much, because then it's like I associate a lot of things with like seeing some of the worst things.
Yeah.
And so like a good I'm kind of going off on a tangent here. But,
Tangent that shit.
My wife, we have this
Shout out
phrase.
marriage.
She says, "You keep me safe, I keep her safe," because I'm very like I need to know where exits are and shit.
Same.
I'm always like observing, and then I'll keep you wild. She's more of like the let's try let's try this and let's she's got wanderlust and everything, and I love that. But I'm also a very routine, like regimented kind of guy, so like she kind of has to pull me away from that a little bit. And when we do stuff that's kind of out of the routine and stuff, I always end up enjoying myself. So it's like, again, shout out my wife.
Yeah,
Real quick,
Shout out marriage.
Shout out marriage, real quick. But could you say that in one sentence? My wife says you can be safe in
This
Yeah, that's a
okay.
great one.
So depending on what, and this is just how it is for us because of how we are as people. It has nothing to do with she's a woman, I'm a man. Whatever role you play in your relationship, I keep you wild, you keep me safe, I'll keep you wild, or vice versa. It's kind of the dynamic. I will kind of like, she will, I look for danger and kind of say, hey, look out for that, or hey, we got this going on. Unfortunately, I'm a little bit paranoid, so I go overboard sometimes.
Oh no, that me too.
But
Shout
but
out
then she'll be
PTSD.
like, ooh, let's do this, and I'm like, well, we gotta stick to the plan because we both have big goals that we're trying to go for. She's trying to do acting and she's modeling, and I'm trying to do with music. So it's like, but
And
it's
you
like you
also
can
model.
smell the roses sometimes while you're planting seeds, type of thing. So
That's deep.
Shout out Andre 3000.
Wait, I have a question. Like, when did you notice that dynamic of, I guess, like you being the more, I'll say like cautious one, and then I guess your wife being more, I think you said wild or like what?
Outgoing.
So wanderlust. So wanderlust means like you want to do things a little bit more spontaneous. Like, there's a
Don't drop him.
there's a sale on this. Let's go here. Ooh, there's a new restaurant.
back.
Okay, let's go this. For me, it's like, okay, let's schedule.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Let's set up
I've
the
always
calendar
been like
invite,
that.
yeah.
Like I've always
But the
been
point is
like,
that she's saying to you that she'll keep you wild.
and I keep
And
her
you keep
safe.
her
So
safe.
it's a constant
Right,
dynamic
okay.
of like, she's tends to be more wanderlust. I tend to be more like
So you need
play
to,
it safe. We
her
kind
to
of
give you that wildness.
it helps because I love her, she loves me, and it's very obviously it's hard to like change some things about yourself. And again, I'm not changing myself or my identity, but it makes it easier for me to expand my horizons when I'm with the right partner because I love them and I want to spend time with them, and they want to do this thing, and so I do this thing with her, and it's like, oh, I enjoy doing that. Or it's like if there's something like we need to get done, for example, like don't get me wrong, she schedules like she's not like. She's very hardworking businesswoman. Like she's very regimented too. But like when it comes to doing things that are kind of different, like she's good at coming up with ideas. And it's like, and then it's like if like we're out in the city or something, like my work, they issue me pepper spray because you're going into someone's house.
Right. Never know.
So like I'm always like, you got your pepper spray? Like if she's going out doing showings because she's a realtor also, like I'm like, got your pepper spray? And she'll be like, I don't need it, I'm like, the one time it could happen. Some people get, they get.
You got any extra pepper spray like that you can hand
I
out?
could ask my company to get me some more, and I can
Yeah,
divvy
be like,
some up to you.
I ran out. Oh no, I need some for work.
Because it's, and again, I just seen a lot of stuff, and
Same.
it's like, I'm always prepared. Like I'm always like, okay, what's the worst thing that can happen so that I can be ready? And she's, well, what's the best thing that could happen? And it's not always like that. It's not so black and white, but it's like she has a tendency to lean on the side more of like, it'll work out, and I'm more like, well, if
Let's
it doesn't
make
work
sure it
out,
work
let's make
out.
sure it works out, type of thing. Like, what are the
Yeah.
logistics here? And it's a beautiful balance because it can cause friction, but it also strengthens both of us because now she looks out more for stuff. And now I'm thinking like, oh, what's like a new restaurant we can go to, or what's something I can,
something exciting.
keep spice something up. We've both been working a lot recently. Like, let's kind of take
Tight
a
little
break.
segue. What you been eating lately, Stanknasty?
Why?
I want some recommendations. Like, I got a good repertoire, but what you been exploring lately? Is it seafood, like brunch?
She's Mexican, so I'm very partial to Mexican food.
Have
We
y'all
like
been-
sushi. There's a place, I live in Round Lake, that's closer to Waukegan. But we'll go to a place in Rockford that's a sushi place. I can't remember. It has a strange name, but it's so good. The sushi. But I don't want to go off.
Oh, no. Pop out to Carabella's. That's all I'm going to say.
Is that sushi?
Nah.
It's
It's Mexican.
well, the way you said it. Carabella's, okay.
Okay, so where were we?
Shout out, Lilo.
I do want to come back to that though. Just like, thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, for real.
That's really helpful advice because I definitely relate to that, and I'm gonna take a page for that because I'm not gonna lie, I am safety, but like I don't be thinking about it. I think you're like super safety focused. Versus like I'm kind of like I'm just more so like I'm checking, like I'm looking around, like we're in public.
Shout out
he looks
Taj.
sus. He looks.
Shout out
I'm
Taj.
very situational
Yeah.
aware, but to the extent where it's like, oh, you got your pepper spray, like, but that's something I need to incorporate. So like I
Yeah.
appreciate you saying that. Like there's levels to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm also kind of spontaneous too, so it's like I have a.
You have a better balance, I think.
Yeah, I just naturally, because I guess I'm the youngest too,
Oh.
so I've always been protected. Sometimes
How
you
old are
need
you?
people.
Sorry, if you don't mind me asking.
29.
20, okay.
Yeah, but in
In
my
people
family,
years?
I'm the youngest. No,
I got
turtle
you.
years.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
got
because
you.
you going to live forever.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
The fuck?
Especially honeydew.
Yeah.
Right, that raw.
Skin smooth as fuck over here, bro.
Hey, serving. Thank you, King.
Serving, delivering, bro.
Time to deliver.
Same day delivery, bro.
Hey, guys and me. No, but so we gonna get vulnerable. Okay.
Oh, yeah, you did mention that.
We did. We gonna get vulnerable. Give these people outside, something they can relate to, and sometimes things that don't get coverage. And coming back to you, Raykeidrick. I got it right.
Oh, that was absolutely perfect.
Raykeidrick.
I had to make sure that
Repetition.
I had to make sure there was no teleprompter around.
I know, it was almost like
you did that on your own.
is this real? You feel me?
Jesus,
I do have like they have like Google Glass.
Yeah.
Oh
Contacts.
man, that shit scares me.
So you don't even know. Wait, somebody already reported.
You don't even know.
That's
like,
crazy.
You don't even
And
know
that
what
one
I
came out like 20 some years ago too.
This is
I
I Spy
relate to
right
it.
now.
Fuck
We're
that.
living in.
got
Yeah,
kids.
this is.
Yeah.
But no, coming back to you, Raykeidrick, you talked about how you could relate to the childhood trauma that people experience. Right?
Yeah.
Like, if you don't mind being vulnerable, like, how did you kind of work through, like, what was your childhood trauma you struggled with, and like, how did you kind of work through that? Because you seem very
It's a big ass
vibrant
question.
and energetic and like lively.
That's a sexy ass question right there.
This is where we do the treehouse.
Yeah, that was physically attractive to my heart hole. Yeah. So, you done with your faces over
No,
there?
part whole is crazy. The whole part, but continue.
So, let's just say it was the biggest thing was getting out of that environment. Like, I grew up it was between my mom and my dad, and let's just say my dad was some kind of fucking tyrant, like 3 dimensions of abusive, physical, verbal, emotional, like, and he ain't changed much either. And it was me getting out of that environment, learning what love looks like outside of that environment. I didn't have the way I was raised, that's how I knew love. And like, it was me, being parentified and being in charge of my little siblings, and then like being punished for whatever. I had them parents that's like that beat your ass and be like, oh, you didn't do that? That's for something you did do that I didn't find out about. Like,
Damn.
yeah, parents are crazy. They fuck you up, mom and dad. They don't mean to, but they do. There's a very famous quote. I forgot who did it, but like, yeah. So it was definitely that, and I'd say the biggest thing that made me see that was coming here, and like actually becoming my own person, and like learning that the way I learn to love isn't like the best way to love. And it took a lot of like talking, especially with my significant others and my partners, because I didn't know how to talk to folks. I shut down because I didn't have dialogues with my parents. It's do as I say, no fucking talk back anything. My grandma beat my ass one time because I woke up because she was beating my brother's ass, and I asked why she was doing that. And then she told my dad, and guess what? Ass whooping the sequel. So I didn't have like the skills, the tools to properly communicate emotions. I would bottle shit up. I had for the longest time, I had a temper just like my father. And I'd fight. I'd yell. I yelled at a motherfucker on State Street. I ain't proud of it, but it was one of those significant moments that showed me that like I'm not loving the way I could be loving. And then on top of that, a lot of fucking therapy. And I understand that, like, especially even though humans have such a vast capacity for change and evolution, some people don't go that route. Some people don't choose to change. And in that, and understanding that, because it definitely comes down to my folks when I say that, is loving them the best way you can without hurting yourself.
Yep. Boundaries.
Yeah.
That's real.
It's the reason why I'm the only motherfucker from my family in this fucking city. Like, I love them. But like,
Arkansas.
yeah, I love them. But even the distance has shown me, like, oh, hey, like, I was too close to that elephant and I was just seeing the skin. Yeah. But yeah, coming out here, learning myself, understanding myself, just really evolve my capacity for being myself and being able to give myself to others, being able to give my love to others so freely and so openly. Like, I've been hurt before. I brought my brother out here back in like 2017 because Magnolia is a small place. It's smaller than most neighborhoods and suburbs. Opportunities dry up fast. So I brought him out here for opportunities, and guess what happened? That motherfucker stole the rent. Ran off on the board twice. Wow. And you can only love people so much, even when they're your own blood.
What you mean?
You can only love them so much, even when they're your own blood. I paid for him to come out here. He had a little vacation. I was making sure he had a job. I was really doing my best to be my brother's keeper, and that didn't matter to my brother. He still did whatever the fuck he wanted, no matter who he hurt. And it took a while for me to even talk to him again. But I love him. Love ain't the same no more. But like, the biggest thing I got out of this is like, you don't have to stop loving. You adapt, you change, you evolve. Motherfucking life, right? That's fucking
Thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing.
That's real, man. Sorry that happened to you. That's fucked
All right.
up.
Life is life. And even in the good times and the bad times, it will show you who you are. And I love who I am.
And I hate to say, especially the bad times.
Especially the bad times. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing, man.
Thank you.
Thanks for asking. Like I said, I ain't gonna voluntarily tell people shit. But if you ask, I'll tell you. It ain't hard.
Ashe. Nah, like, and even like, I didn't think of it, but you saying all that, it made me think of like, it was a powerful thing you said. It's like, or maybe, correct me if I'm wrong, but something along the lines of, you love people different now.
Yeah.
Or like sometimes the way you love is different, or the way that you expect to be loved versus how you're taught to be loved versus how you love now.
Yes.
Kind of that dynamic. And I even addressing it to everybody else, like, what are ways that you all were taught to love, either through how you were raised or social media or like TV? Like, how kind of what was how you all raised, or what did love look like historically for you all versus like over time, either through significant others, relationships, whatever, indoctrination, cults, clans, like now you love different. Kind of walk me through how that's evolved.
I know you asked me the big question and I answered, but if I could kick this off, let's just say one of my ethos in life is to be the best anime protagonist I can possibly be. And the reason why I do that is because, like I said, at first I had this understanding of love from my family, from my environment. I thought that was the norm. Watching TV, watching cartoons, watching anime, I'm like, that's a fucking fantasy to me. That's not real to me. It's me. Then it took me learning that it can be real, and you can be the person that make it real. That's what a lot of like outside influence does for me. Like my favorite fucking protagonist is Monkey D. Luffy, and he seems like a simple person, but his emotional intelligence is like fucking ridiculous. And he's one of the like I'm like I got a vest on now like he used to have on. Like he's one of the ones that like showed me like you can be as simple or as complex as you want to be, but understanding will get you so fucking far.
Because so many people feel misunderstood.
Yeah.
That's real. But yeah, kind of jump-starting that. How have you all's perspective on love evolved? Basically from like how you were raised to now.
Y'all looking at me?
I looked at Taj first if it helps.
Yeah, that does help. Yeah. I'll take it.
Then I saw this jacket. I'm like, God damn.
I don't know. Man, I remember I would always tell my friends I loved them a lot. Probably too much. Probably desensitized most of these motherfuckers to love. But it got a bunch of men saying I love you, which was cool.
There's a whole movie called I Love You Man, so I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but can you take that man off it? Can you just say I love you? I love you, man. That man is what man. You know, that's what they say. I love you part. That's the high part.
Yeah, because it's like when you say I love you, man, it's like I'm not gay.
Yeah. But I don't care if I'm perceived as gay or anything. And that's not even what it was about in the first place.
Yeah.
Just I love you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I got a hell of love like that and shit. But like, you just got to keep an open heart, I would say. I can't speak to like, he's talking about some crazy deep shit where you're like developing your as yourself and shit.
He got some fucked up shit.
No, I mean, that's real.
I don't know what
That's real. That's real though.
It's okay. They're talking
That's real though.
It's okay. You're good.
That's real. But there's also.
Let that breathe.
Yeah. Okay.
Moment of silence.
Shout out Lilo.
Shout out to you, man.
Alright, Lilo.
I don't even know what I'm trying to say, really, but I guess like that's and everything you said is super valid and shit, and that's kind of a higher level than where
thank
I'm
you
talking
so much
about.
for that. I needed to hear that part.
They needed it. You probably didn't. That's a higher level of the shit that I'm talking about. I'm talking about more as on like friend or relationship level, like just keeping an open heart and being like. Gosh, I feel so stupid after everything you said, but
Don't. What? You valid too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pat you back. You valid as fuck, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But no, it's easy to lose. It's easy to lose friends, and it's easy to. But I don't even have the answer. I thought I did when I started talking. I don't have the answer. It's easy to lose friends. In this game, I've lost so many friends. Death, arguments, whatever it is. So that's what I'll address. I'll address friend love because that's what I'm more comfortable with. With like, if your relationship love is cool with me, but it's not what I'm interested in. Personally, like friend love is what I deal the most with and what I've suffered the most through. And yeah, you can lose friends in this game. I don't know what the real answer is. I guess keep your heart open and keep moving, and eventually everything will be okay. Because like you will lose people you love. That's just part of the game of love. And like
That's a great song.
Yeah.
Shout out Santana.
Going back to like, I guess how you were raised though. Was that something that your parents taught you or whoever raised you? Like, oh, have that open heart, have that.
Yes. My parents were not perfect people at all. My dad was this fucking psycho, and my mom's. I love you, mommy. She's also crazy, but she's a wonderful, wonderful woman. I was taught like almost too much love. My grandma was like a radical leftist, like lovist, like like so.
Street hugger.
Street hugger. Like she fucks with the streets. Like she was on marching and shit, So she was like very radical with how she said love and how she had you understand love in the family and shit. And then my dad was like a totally different taste of that, but his love was more so like romanticized, and he kind of thought of himself as like a Renaissance man. So his love was a little bit different, but all the love I received as a kid and from my uncles and family was so great. And that's the only reason I'm probably still like as decent as I am, because I'm really fucked up. I've done a bunch of fucked up shit, and I've fucked up my life a bunch of times.
Hey.
But because I had like a great family, they've definitely like saved me out of that with some love shit.
Yeah.
And hey, maybe it was some of their faults, but they saved me out of this shit, you know? So I don't know. Love is love, man. Keep your heart open.
Talking about some crazy deep shit, and he over here chest deep in the water. What?
What's wait? So what's the question? Like, how has my view of love changed?
Yeah, like what kind of love were you brought up on versus like, because sometimes that stays true. Like kind of what Lilo was saying, like he's kind of maintaining that, but kind of I'm hearing with Raykeidrick, it evolved.
Twice in a row now.
Listen,
He about to tic-tac-toe this shit.
listen, man. I'll say the third one for the, you know.
King you.
Third time's
King
the
you,
charm.
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I mean, my parents were pretty great. I would say. Like, I definitely always felt loved by them. You know, I've been sitting here like thinking about how to phrase this. Like with my dad.
Going over
Like he was kind of one of those, like, you know, like the African father trope. Yeah. So just like, you know, real quiet. Like the way he showed his love, I think, was in
Stoic.
like he was there and he was providing, which was cool. And as I've gotten older, I think I've understood that. But like when I was younger, I think I was really looking for stuff there. But like he was there. And then with my mom,
Hey, he was there. Hey, these guys, he was there.
He showed up.
and I think that really influenced, I guess, how I like thought about expressing love too, because like especially in my first relationships, like I really wouldn't say like anything, like just you know, you just do what you need to do, like you show up for the things that you need to show up for, and like that's what the love is. It's not like saying like I love you or like you did a good job. Like it's not that's not really what it was. And with my mom too, I mean, my mom was a lot more expressive, I would say. But then there's that pressure aspect too, because, you know, you gotta like, it was very classic in the sense of like being this like high achiever, like getting like the best grades and such. And I don't know, I just think I constantly just felt a lot of pressure like put on me to do all of these things.
Are you
Yeah.
first generation? Second?
Yeah. So my mom like grew up in the city, and then my dad is from Nigeria. Yeah. Yeah, and I think like as I first started going into relationships, I was kind of carrying like both of these things. Like one, I had like super like high standards for not only my partners but also for myself. And like if anything like went poorly, like I would take that in so hard. Like it's like, oh, I fucked up. Like I failed this.
Yeah.
And I think I put a lot of I think my journey with love has really been a journey with like loving myself and like granting myself like more grace for things. Because
Amen.
I mean.
And that's
yeah,
a fucking journey, bro.
like the pressure is good, and I think it's helped me get to where I am today. And I think that's always like a thought in the back of my head, right? Like I need to like beat myself up for this, because if I stop at any point, like I'm gonna lose it all.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to, you know, let this go, because the truth of the matter is like for anything, especially like with creative stuff, like when I first started like writing like lyrics and things like that, like you get to that writer's block sometimes, right? Where you're trying to write some shit and like this shit
Force it through.
Yeah. And I mean, I feel both ways on forcing it through, but what I can say for a fact is like, if I'm in a bad mind state by saying like, oh, like I'm shit for not being able to write this lyric, it's not gonna help me get out of that. Like you need to refresh. You need to like
do something else.
Yeah, you need to live life. You need to experience like life and just enjoy yourself, so you can get that inspiration. That being said, though, you do need to be writing constantly. Like
Engaged in the process, right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
No, I think of it as like creative output in general, just as like a pipe, right?
Yep.
And if you just have that pipe going, like if you have it closed for a while, then it'll get like clogged up with like different things. So you just have to like open it, even if it's just a little.
Out and shit.
But it's just like it's easier to get all that like that shit out.
Yeah.
I think
Like,
that's
a great
that
process.
Self-love shit.
Like,
Yeah.
I can love other people.
Even
no
if I
problem,
can't
but-
write music, I write at least a poem whenever I have coffee in the morning. Like I it's like you just do something, even if it's not the big thing that you're trying to do. Just do something. Like every step gets you
Output.
closer. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just resonate with that. I appreciate
Definitely.
that.
No, especially like when I'm producing, like the first thing I'll do is like I'll make like a beat in like 10 minutes and I'll throw that shit away. Then I'll make another one in 10 minutes, like just like warm up and shit.
All right,
Like,
Kanye West.
like just to I don't know, like loosen things up and like feel like a bit freer. I'm getting this is a tangent though, like but
It's a beautiful thing.
It's part of your. It's part of your being.
yeah. But in terms of love and like how my perspective of it's changed, like I definitely like looking back on my relationships. I think in terms of how like communicative I am like with partners. I think that's changed like a whole lot. Like I don't remember exactly who it was with I guess like understanding people. I think maybe it was you when you were talking about Luffy. But
Oh yeah, no, that was
like
me.
taking, because I'm very observant as well. Like I stay like watching people, like understanding dynamics. Like I love like little groups of like, I don't know, friends, and just like seeing
People
like who's
watching.
fucking with who. Like
That shit fun.
but I think especially with like connections who I care about, because I care hard. Like if I fuck with you, then I fuck with you, and like that's not like an easy thing for me to do. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not like, I guess, more cautious when it comes to like trusting people like that. But like I'll feel this way, but I don't necessarily express that to them. And I think I've tried a lot more like over the last couple of years to be more communicative and like be more like if you're having like a type of conversation, I think there's like a phrase like reactive listening or something, but like
Listening to react
And
but
listening to understand.
You understand.
yeah. Like I've been, like they say something, then I repeat back what I heard. Like I think that's been helpful with, because I'll hear something and then as soon as I hear it, it turns into something else.
Or you might assign it new meaning.
Yeah, and I think everyone does that. That's just
Yep.
like the beauty and I guess the pitfall of communication.
Absolutely.
But I think in trying to do clear communication, it's useful to let this person know where you're at and like what you heard, and then I think you can have like better relationships that way, like romantic or otherwise. But yeah, no, I mean I love my parents. I love my sister. Pretty cool.
Shout out, sis.
Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
How do you because a lot of people were raised like that, but sometimes it's so entrenched they can't let it go. You feel me?
Yeah, no, I haven't let it go. No, I mean I think I've just become a bit more comfortable with it, but I do look at the future and I get scared sometimes because like I mean I be going and I be pushing like, and it's the things I'm doing now, especially like I'm doing them because I want to be doing them. I don't want to be doing anything else. But there's also this aspect of like I feel like I have to succeed at everything that I do, because like it's like I enjoy making beats, I enjoy making music, but I also want people to listen to the music.
Yeah.
Like wouldn't be enough to just be doing it for myself. Like I want to do it for the world. I want someone to hear a song that I make and then feel a type of way, the same way I heard like Earl Sweatshirt, or fucking Tyler the Creator.
You follow the feeling.
Yeah, like I was talking to Raykeidrick about this like some time ago, but oh my god, like I think 2016 was like, this was like one of like the saddest years of my life, and I was spinning Chum on repeat.
Oh my god. Stop.
Chum and Greek.
Stop, not chum, bro.
That was when Drake's views came out.
Yes. Hey, for me, it was 2018, and it was his I don't like shit, I don't go outside. It was AM radio, and then it was freaking Inside. Like, I was listening to Inside during one of my deepest depressions. Like,
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like that's like a
carried so
core
many of us through.
memory for me. Like just like walking like on campus, listen to this shit on repeat, like tears in my fucking eyes. Like, but like that
Gotta have a good cry.
Graham is passing.
Helped me get through that time.
Bro,
I want to
fucking
be able to do
Burgundy?
that same thing. Oh my god, that first like
I'm busy trying to get this
I
fucking
love
album
Burgundy,
popping to see it.
like
If you don't mind being
Top
wrong,
time.
what was that saddest moment of your life?
Damn. So I mean, in general, I've always been like a pretty like anxious like person, and then I've also just like had like, I don't know, like depressive thoughts, like suicidal thoughts at times. And I think like in this time, like I just like I think this was like my sophomore year of college. Like things were changing, like like friendships are changing, and I'm growing. But like despite everything that's happening around me, I think I was just like feeling very like sad. Like,
It's heavy. You're in like quicksand.
Yeah, and then
shout out SZA.
at the time,
Damn.
I had like just like the people who I was around like had started doing like a couple of drugs, and then I started like getting into like Xanax, and I was like pretty deep into Xanax at this point.
J. Cole made an album about you, bro.
Yeah, no, he did. Yeah, I like that album too.
Love that album.
But yeah, it was just very tough because like through this process of I guess addiction and like I mean I've done a couple of drugs, I'm not gonna lie. But like Xanax I think is, especially like when you're trying to quit, I think there's
addictive there's definitely
it's-
addictive properties.
that's the worst
Xanax
like,
withdrawal
withdrawal
sucks.
process I've ever had
You could
in my
die.
life. Yeah,
Definitely
no, and
die,
I
definitely
remember
have a
that like
seizure.
like so vividly. I was with one of my friends at the time, like in their place, like I went cold turkey because I had heard it. But no, I
made him drop his stuff, man.
I was like, I don't know, it was just very difficult time. Yeah. So
and you were in school.
Yeah, I was.
So you were like out of your home environment and going through withdrawals and shit.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah. But I went to I still got my A's. Like, I still
okay, that's even crazy.
That's
priorities.
But that's probably what made it worse. Cause
that's why
it made it okay to do it.
How
right?
the fuck
You've seen it, so I'm not doing too bad.
It's reinforcing
this
that
one
might be
before.
this behavior.
It's reinforced. It's like, hey, homeboy X is doing Xans and he's out here under a bridge. Homeboy Y is doing Xans. He still lives with his mom and he can't even pay rent. I'm doing Xans. I'm still getting A's.
So it's
I
okay.
pull it off.
Yeah.
I think I'm doing pretty good. But then you go to sleep at night, you have those nightmares maybe, or like you wake up and it's like you can't move, or like you feel paralyzed, or like you're having sleep paralysis and you're having like
lucid
all
dreams,
these crazy thoughts, and like you feel like you're losing your fucking mind. And then it's like, well, I'm still getting shit done.
Yep.
So it's like there's that.
Yeah. And it's like there definitely is this dichotomy, and like I think it's how it manifested for me was just more anxiety, right? Like I'm always have all these like voices in my head, just like going, talking, telling you like you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to hold this down, you have to get this done. And I think for me, like the reason why Xanax was so appealing was because it was a break from all of these things.
Your own brain.
Yeah, it's just like a way to like calm things down. But like once you're in it, you're in it. Like
it's
yeah.
Those are what are called benzodiazepines. They should. I'm thinking of the clinical aspects of it and how much I've seen it too.
And we appreciate this. Shout out clinical
anytime
aspects.
I hear someone saying, "Hey, I started Xanax," I'm like, "Please get the fuck off of that, please." And again, that's my whole like, "Oh, it's all gonna be bad" thing. But I've just only seen. You have to really be mindful because what it does is it hijacks certain receptors in your brain.
You GABA receptors, yeah.
And what it does is anytime you're feeling anxious, instead of maybe doing something else, and there's other meds that I would recommend for anxiety, to take that are not like dangerous like that and can lead to addiction. But then it's like, not only do you have to take it, but then you have to take more because then
100%.
Because then the threshold is higher. And obviously, as you're doing more things, I feel like as creative people, I think creative people tend to be like want to do lots of things done all at once yesterday, right? So, and because there's this, like I said in my lyric, the clock is ticking. But again, what I'm getting at is that then you need to take more, and then like withdrawal, like you have to sometimes detox. Like you have to, you can't just. Because what you can do is then it lowers what's called your seizure threshold, and you see guys like Lil Wayne who have
lost their hair.
I don't know if he's always had seizures, but when they're mixing Xanax with like lean, all those things mess with your nervous system in such a way that it lowers your seizure threshold like Xanax, and then you all of a sudden have a seizure disorder, or you can go into seizures that don't stop, and then you die from it.
Yeah, don't do Xanax every day.
Yeah, no, like I was
don't do it.
I was literally like a preteen. Like Game Boy Colors was still current. Like, and my mom, being a disabled vet, was on a lot of medications, and she was having seizures. Like it was to the point that like her boyfriend and I were taking care of her. Like she was unconscious most of the time, just seizuring the fuck out. And it's very impactful. Like I've had one friend like literally OD on one of my couches one time. Like medication, when like used in certain ways, will fuck shit up.
Yeah.
And it's also like the environment like that you're in. Like you said like you had like a friend like OD on your couch. Like I've also like seen people like OD in front of me, and I think I don't know if you're in a certain type of place where certain things are like normalized, like especially if you're like, because it's like it's multiple lives, right? Like you're hanging out with like people like in the nighttime, but then you're like going to school during the day. You're like having the day. And if you like if these things are normal to you, I think it's hard to really like step away and like look at it from the big picture and be like, oh wow, this is like actually fucking crazy. Like this person could have died right here. Like
you don't put things in perspective at all.
Well, I'm glad you're alive.
Yeah, no, it's been okay.
I'm glad you're alive and handsomely tailored. You look great.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. No, like, kudos to you for beating that addiction, man. Like, did your parents ever find out about it? Because I'm not gonna lie, African parents.
Yeah, no, that was. I mean,
they gonna say, make some tea. Take some tea, guys.
I do. I do. They did.
Did they even understand it or anxiety? It's I was talking to
But you said your mom's from the city, right?
Yeah, but I mean, but my mom is black, like, so that's better.
They're still.
Like, yeah, you know how it goes in our communities. That's what yeah. But no, it was funny. I was talking to my dad like probably like a couple of like months ago, but he like he calls me now sometimes, like he just like wants to chat.
Shoot
or
the
something.
shit.
It's very strange considering our entire relationship before now. But like, you know,
Maybe he's changed. Maybe he's
and I'm giving it to him.
Sounds like my dad.
But no, he called me the other day and he was like, "Yo, son, like, I've been thinking about this whole anxiety thing, and I think you just need to breathe." And I said, "Okay."
That's a step in the right direction. I mean, easier said than done, right?
Yeah, I'll do that, Dad. I did that. I'm doing that right now.
Wow, I never thought about that. Thanks, Dad.
What? Do the thing I do every day? Yeah, I got you, Pops. Thank you so much, man. Like, what?
No, but it's good though, and like I think what's
Baby
been helpful
steps.
for like me just is, I don't know, just enjoying things, like, and just like seeing like what's in front of me and like focusing on the here and now instead of like going down into like the future, like being on the past. Like,
how do you deal with your anxiety now? Because I still get anxiety, but it's like maybe it's just like because like I'm gonna lie, I relate to you. Like I did hella like when we first met, I was on everything, bro. I probably was off perks when we met. Like so, like how did you?
Them shits get on my nerves.
They can't. My stomach can't handle it.
They get on everybody's nerves.
Like I had perks and hydros, and I was like, this helps with hurting, but how are people enjoying themselves on this?
yeah.
That can be played.
Hold that thought.
Yeah, that's what hurts my stomach.
Hold that thought. We'll circle back.
But I mean, so it's still like challenge. It's still difficult. Every day is a struggle. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I think so. There's like some tangible things too in terms of like grounding exercises and like to my father's credit, like breathing exercises like this is helpful too. Like, and then also just like maintaining like a healthy lifestyle, like exercising, like things like this.
Sleep.
Like, but I think what's most helpful to me is just trying to, if you have a good mind state, like going in and you're able to, like when you're feeling good, when you're feeling like fine, like all things, not everything is like coming down. If you can just remember this moment, then it's easier to remember those moments when you're anxious. Like that's something that I've really been trying. So like really taking the time to appreciate when I'm not feeling anxious and like, I don't know, even like journaling that. Like there's a point where like I've been journaling for like the last like couple of years or so.
Congratulations.
In general, I'll like journal when I like feel distressed, right? Because this is like a healthy outlet to like get it out.
You're purging yourself of that.
Yeah, but a different thing that I've been trying is like journaling when I don't feel stressed, like journaling when I do feel
That's
good.
very healthy too.
To, just like kind of build that memory of like, okay, this was a good thing, or like writing out like, okay, like this was like the best thing that happened to me like this past week. Because there's a lot of great shit. Like, fuck, we have a whole fucking show. Like, that's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I'm on a fucking podcast at this moment. Like, that's crazy.
Like, right?
So yeah, I don't know. It's still a challenge for sure.
Listen to podcasts.
And then also just having good people around you, and this I was kind of wondering this too when you were talking about like the dynamics that you have with your wife, but like when I think about some of the relationships I've had, like sometimes I've been with other people who are like just as anxious, or like other people who are like have like some like mental health issues, and like at the time I was like, oh, like it's really great, like I can relate to them and then we can be sad together. So wonderful. But turns out we were sad together. Like,
And it would kind of like they kind of feed off of each other and not always the best ways.
yeah.
That makes
But I think like in like relationships one thing, but even just with like your friends and also your family too, because like sometimes if you have bad energy in your life, you just gotta take that energy out. Like especially if you have the ability to.
There's a level with like the anxiety shit that like
Juice WRLD made a song about that.
I feel like fucking the Hulk in And when they're asking him, like, what was your secret?
Yeah, I'm always
Like,
anxious.
he's like, dude, I'm always anxious. I've been
No, for sure.
No,
you know?
And there's
Yeah, both guys, they're like, oh, what's your secret? He's like, I'm always angry. But no, I've been anxious for like 20 years, so it should be okay by now. You know?
Yeah.
well, I think the thing with anxiety is, unfortunately, it's a spectrum. So if you're an anxious person, unfortunately, things like anxiety and depression, if you've had like episodes where they're bad enough where you need to take something, chances are it's not necessarily you're not like done with it. It'll come back, or what I like to call flare-ups, right? Like if you have a headache, you're having like a headache, you're having like a flare-up of pain. If you're having like a panic attack, which are really fucking scary, that's, you know, because you're having like a flare-up or you're just feeling really anxious. And I think like it becomes important to recognize when to anticipate. Again, not like me thinking, oh, this is gonna happen. No, like recognize, okay, what are the things that trigger me, or what are the things that, like, I always find it helpful if I'm super anxious about something, I like to reflect on it after and say, okay, what was happening at the time? What was I thinking about? Who was I around? What was I around that maybe helped set this off? And how can I get through it next time? Because there's probably going to be a next time.
Yeah.
Especially if you're trying to achieve, you know, you're a high achiever. If you're trying to achieve things, you're going to run into stress, and stress is going to cause anxiety. And some people have, you know, anxiety. Some people have like anxiety disorder. You know, it's a spectrum. But I think a good rule of thumb for any type of anxiety is to like, okay, what are the things that trigger me or set this anxiety off? And unfortunately, like if you have like a disorder, an anxiety disorder, nothing may trigger you. It just fucking happens.
Oh, yeah,
it
for
just
real.
happens out of nowhere. It just happens out of nowhere. And you're like, holy shit, am I having a heart attack right now? And that's what it feels like sometimes.
Yeah.
But I do find it very helpful to reflect after, because I think when we have bad anxiety and then we get through it, we're like, okay, that's done. I don't want to think about it anymore. But I think it's helpful to debrief, because then in the moment when the next time it may happen, you can do like those grounding techniques, or like name 5 things that you see that are red, or
Rubber band.
what year. Yeah, rubber band. I used to do that when I was a kid. Or like I don't know if you guys know who Rickson Gracie is.
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
He's
yeah.
like
Just
he's
make
known
that
as the
Rickson
godfather
Gracie.
of jujitsu,
Yeah.
which I started doing.
okay.
And he talks about breath work, and he
Where do
talks
you
about. Oh, I don't train. I just do breath work.
Oh, my bad.
But he said like
We know you train.
every day, and not even when you're just anxious, create a routine that addresses your body, because when you're anxious, when you're having anxiety, it's a body systemic thing too. It's not just your brain. So when you do things, when you create habits that are known to help self-regulate, is what I like to call, and I'm sure you've heard that before. So that your body is prepared, and a lot of times when you're super anxious, your body is kind of in overdrive, and you kind of lose control of like being present, or being perceiving your environment and everything. So like when you do like breath work, like Rickson Gracie talks a lot about, like it's like exhaling, like hard exhaling. Like I've been doing that a lot more recently, like in the mornings and like at night, and I have found like I'm more in tune with my body, or I'm more in tune with, okay, this particular thing is making me tense up, and I feel it coming. So, I know like when I should start breathing again, and that it sounds really complicated, but when you just ingrain like a routine of some of these like self-regulating activities, you'd be surprised how much more you can experience without having those quote unquote anxiety flare-ups. And it really takes, of course, like everything, it takes repetition and practice, but the more you do it, the more you become in tune with yourself and what kind of sets you off, if it does, and I tell you, it's really helpful.
No, I had a lot of thoughts as you were like talking. Like when you said like
Rickson Gracie.
I heard Rick Sanchez. So have you heard about like Wim Hof?
Yes, he does like the Wim Hof. I think he also does like ice baths.
I was doing some of these ice baths and shit for like a little bit, yeah. Because like I don't know, like my overall thought is like over time, and I think you phrased it really well, like if you like identify the triggers and like understand like what your body is doing, like I have a very vivid memory of like understanding for the first time that this is a panic attack, like because I would have the experience of like the racing thoughts, like my heart like going really fast,
And you're
like,
trying to
sweating.
avoid it, I'll bet. You're trying to like, no, this can't be happening.
Yeah. But like I remember like realizing like this is just not like a random thing that's happening, like this is like I can name this thing, and I think that was helpful in like understanding what's going on, like moving forward. It's not like I'm going to die right now.
Right.
I'm just having another panic attack. But like overall, I think just the more time you have like experiencing these things, like the easier. I mean, easier in a sense. Like you're just getting
More
more used to
manageable.
it. Yeah.
More, and that's definitely true. And it's like, you may not be okay right now, but you will be. And
that
so,
knowledge, like it's like when you're going on a trip, you know, like it can, the trip might be good, it might be bad, but like you're gonna get through the other side. You just gotta get there.
faith is part of it too.
I will say, I want to get back to you, Lilo, but I completely forgot, I jumped over you. Stanknasty, like, what was your relationship with love? How has it evolved?
With
From
whom?
your childhood, yeah, like, kind of what was like the love you saw in your household versus how you try to receive it and give it now?
My parents were very supportive, loving. They you know, I would get disciplined, but I didn't, my dad, I would get spankings and my mom would slap me in the mouth, but I also was a little shit sometimes. But they showed me what I think it's called authoritarian, where there's boundaries where what you can't, what you're doing is wrong, you have to be punished. But then they supported me and encouraged things. They never put me down. They said, hey, here's the reality, you're gonna fail, or this may not work out. Like, I'll never forget, like, when I was on the basketball team, I was like, I really love the NBA and I love all that. I'm like, I'm gonna do that one day. And I was set on it. And my mom was like, sweetheart, I mean, your dad's 6'2", but I'm like 5'3". The odds aren't in your favor. So it's like, she didn't say it in a like, oh, you're never gonna make it. It was like, my parents always gave me like the reality of like, this is what you do, this is what's gonna happen. And my parents are still married, and I think that's amazing. I do think that obviously as I've grown as a man and been in my own relationships, I've seen what I like to take from like what my parents have, and what I'm like, no, that I don't think that works in this day and age type of thing. I think they gave me a lot of love and support, and I've always been like grand gestures. Like I would buy girls like flowers that were like out of my league. Like I was like the little guy in high school and
like
shit. Like
gestures.
I got so like, but the thing is that ended up like I thought this is what girls wanted. Like they would like this, and a lot of times that hurt me, and I was like, I need to recalibrate how I do things a little bit. I had my quote unquote hoe phase like after high school. I think it's important you need to know when you're being intimate with someone, you need to know like what you like. You need to know, everyone has kinks, for example. I'm not gonna get like X-rated and shit.
Let's get into it.
Okay, my thing is I'm a big ass man, but again, that's just my preference.
Yeah.
But you have your hoe phase, and then I graduated college from nursing school, and I was
I'm sorry, was the kink ass?
I'm pretty vanilla. I'm pretty vanilla when it comes to like, some people are into like I want you to take a shit on my chest, like that type of shit. I'm not into that. I'm pretty vanilla.
Shit on my chest.
I'm pretty vanilla. I'm not gonna lie, like, if you can dance, move your body right, all that shit.
I'm not trying to clarify. Like, are you ass man like you're an ass man over titties?
Yes.
Or are you an ass man as in like you like ass play?
Yeah,
right.
that's what I was.
Oh, like.
Yeah,
like,
that's
either
what you.
I like doing it or
I'm doing it to. No one goes near that.
You like to go in the ass.
Hey, my preference is no one's going near my ass. I'm big on I play with the ass. Okay,
you just like curvy.
Yes, and my thing is, like when in the period when I was single and I was looking, I'm always like, okay, do they have to have a well shaped large ass? I'm not talking like pinky. I'm talking like. Who's a better example of like, because it's not only just about size, there has to be shape. I'm sorry, I'm making this really perverted.
Raykeidrick, are you hearing this conversation, Raykeidrick?
So you know, go back and wait.
You're about to turn the fuck up. Like,
Okay, so, and then especially like when I went, my high school and my middle school, like it was mostly
I love that.
around a lot of Latino women and black women, and my friend.
Excuse me,
Sorry.
real quick. You said some beautiful things right
hold
there.
on,
There's some adjectives.
before we go down the rabbit hole.
Shit.
These
It is
Latina
like-
and black women, like, and then ask, like, how is that correlated right now? I just need to just immerse me back in the dialogue. I had to drain some.
Okay, do you know
train
where
the
we left
dragon.
off? Because I might.
You were explaining in your school.
So you were
Okay, I'm talking about the
Your
whole.
whole face. Your whole face.
Okay,
Oh, so y'all start
when I
talking
say
about the
whole
good shit
face-
when I leave.
When I say, where'd you
You
go?
selfish motherfuckers. I just had to go to the bathroom.
When I say whole phase, I mean single and mingling.
Right.
I don't mean like, oh, I'm purposely out here trying to conquer hoes. I never really had
He was
that
selling dick.
mindset. But
It's different. I'm a
so
slut.
when I was looking,
I just do it for the love of
when
the game.
even in elementary school, middle school, high school, I went to Wheeling High School. I don't know if you know where that is.
I do know where it is.
Okay,
because
so-
it's not Chicago.
Right. So I grew up. The majority of the kids in the schools I went to were Latina and black women. You know, the girls. So I think, and I don't know. I didn't know who I was gonna end up with when I got married. I just knew that
You was gonna end up married.
I knew
I'll be thick.
there was and so a friend of mine in high school was like, I was like, because I was just thinking about college. I'm not thinking about like at the end of high school. Like I'm not thinking about who am I gonna marry. And I shout out Sean Chi-Chang, if you watch this, you were right, man. He's like, man, one day you're gonna marry a Latina, and I did. But anyway,
You see how hard he's smiling?
and so
He's so happy that friend was right.
no, you know, and it's like, so anyway, what I'm saying is, I do think that people need to have a phase where they're exploring and seeing what they like and seeing, not just because the physical aspect of an attraction to someone, that matters. I'm sorry, that's a biological. But as as you're in your quote unquote exploratory phase, whatever you want to call it, you're finding out what you like, you're finding out what you don't like, you're finding out, okay, what is negotiable and what's non-negotiable, okay? And then, and again, it's like, it's all about like, once you find someone, like the expectations need to be, I think, similar on both sides. So it's like, my wife and I met on Tinder. I know that Tinder for a while had a bad rap, but it depends on how you use it. It depends what your intentions are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
who gives a fuck how you mean?
I'm smashing a thick
It
ass
does
married
help.
woman right now.
It does help expedite some of the, obviously there's things you should have in common, but again, when it comes to like the love aspect and how I've learned to love another person, obviously my wife and I love each other, but there were growing pains in the beginning because you're sharing your life with another person, and I think I think when it comes to love and especially with another person, like obviously there's different types of relationships. I'm attracted to women. My wife is a woman. I'm a man. But I think the same principles apply depending on what you want, what your expectations are, and what the other person's expectations. However, if you have expectations of this person, you should be able to deliver those same expectations from yourself. Because and because again, like I think you showed on the TikTok of Joyce, she said 80-20. That's a pretty good number.
You're pretty good.
That's a pretty good number.
Shout out Joyce.
Yeah. That's a pretty good number because obviously there's things about me that are non-negotiable. For example, I have to go to the gym like every day or do some type of physical activity because that helps me regulate. I become cranky and kind of an asshole if I don't do some type of energy output. Breath work has been really helping. So, but
Do you hoop at all?
Huh?
You hoop?
You want to be in the NBA?
I used to.
Oh, you missed it.
But you don't play basketball no more? Like not even pickup style?
No, because I've compartmentalized the things that if I used to play video games, I used to go out and play, but if there's where I want to go with the music, I have to cut things off. They're the things I enjoy.
Even hooping?
If
Especially hooping.
I'm about to say I know some
I love
artists that
basketball. I was an athlete. Even though I was small, I was really fast. But anyway, what I was getting at with the 80-20 thing is I think that's pretty spot on because like that, for example, my wife, like I'm kind of a little extreme when it comes to the gym, like because because I have OCD, I have these fixations on, I have to do this amount or whatever. That helps me stay fit, but that also isn't the healthiest when it comes to like, okay, do you really need to do that many or repetitions or whatever? But anyway, marrying my wife, I've learned to kind of recalibrate that a little bit. Obviously, I still go to the gym, but you make adjustments on both ends. So like that's probably something she doesn't like as much, about me, that I'm always like, I gotta make time for the gym, I gotta do this, and so when it comes to love, I just really think there needs to not be a generalization. You have to first of all, like he said, is it Taj?
Yes.
He said you have to learn how to love yourself and be with yourself, because you have to be able to be solitude with yourself at times and be comfortable. And that's how you learn who you are, and that's how you build belief in yourself. When you're just doing things on your own, be able to do things on your own, it's uncomfortable. Because then when you find your partner or your partner finds you, hopefully you're both comfortable being alone, but then when you're together, you can both share happiness. And I know that, I don't know if I want to quote Will Smith, but he said this, you can't make someone else happy. Happiness is a feeling that is fleeting. It doesn't it's not a constant thing that's there all the time. And I think Will Smith said, you can't make someone happy, you can only make yourself happy, and then you share that with someone else. I do think that's true, because first of all, it's selfish to put that kind of pressure on someone, like, you're gonna make me happy. Whether I don't care if you're a man or a woman or anything in between, you can't have that expectation. You can only expect yourself to try to be the best version of yourself, and same with your partner. And then when you're with the right partner, it's amazing. You will find that you're more willing to adapt and do new different things, because you want to make changes for that person and for the relationship. It's not like, you have to make a change for me and I'm not going to do shit, or vice versa. It's when it comes to partnership, it's always going to be a give and take, and you have to have these discussions of what is it about yourself that's non-negotiable? What is it about myself that's non-negotiable? Where can we work? I mean, you have to have my wife and I have meetings, okay? We talk.
What you mean?
Meetings like
Check-ins.
Check-ins like usually it'll be on like a Sunday evening or something after it's been a week, or we go over like calendars, like, what's our plan? Like, what do we want to do? Like this. Like she's a planner. She's very much a planner, but like we'll ask each other, like, how are you feeling emotionally? What are your goals for this week? Like, we have these check-ins with each other, and then it's like, depending on the situation, like if I did something that maybe made her upset, well, I can't make her do anything. But if I did something that caused her to become upset, you want to problem solve right away. Okay, what is it that I'm doing that maybe bothered you, that maybe I can kind of tweak a little bit? Because how you do something, or you're living with someone, and so them very well in their habits, and some of their habits are really, they may make you mad or something like that. But where am I going with this? I'm saying that
you have meetings, right?
We have meetings where it's like, what could I have done better? What do I think you could have done better? Because it goes both ways. Okay, it's not and I keep seeing this men versus women thing. I see it all over the place, this narrative of men versus women, and it's frustrating because it's not about, it becomes this generalization thing, and so now people who are maybe not in relationships have this thing of like, I'm about to go out and date with a woman, like I wonder what she thinks about men, or I wonder if he's a fuckboy or something like that. But it's like you have to look at it as an individual basis, and it starts with you. Who am I? What are my expectations? What do I want? And if let's say you want to fuck around, and you have to be honest about your intentions, regardless of what type of relationship or situationship or whatever it is that you're in. Because what happens is like people want one, they say they want one thing, and then they do all this other, they fuck around with other people or something like that. It's like you have to be constantly honest with your partner. even if it's like something little, like if something bothers you, because if you're not communicating with your partner, that's gonna and they don't know what your expectations are. You know, your expectations on a Monday might be a little bit different from what they are on a Friday on certain things.
Give an example, like something real little.
Let's think about it. I tend to move a little bit slower when it comes to like Sundays, Saturdays, because my wife tends to work weekends more because she's a realtor. Like she's like, let's get shit done. Where I'm kind of just like, I work Monday through Friday. Like I'm kind of just taking my time. Like the expectation from her end, because she's working and she's kind of on 10, is that I should be moving as fast as she should. And so it kind of like, if I did like, if she's working, like obviously like if there's cleaning that needs to be done, like I'm doing the cleaning because she's working. So I can't expect her to work and then clean when I'm at home moving slow, you know. But I think the timeline at which she has an expectation on what something should get done, when I don't meet that, then she'll get annoyed, which, you know, if I have expectations of someone and they don't meet those expectations, that's why you have to communicate about what expectations are. Because I think people have expectations that they have in their brain because of how they work that another person should be doing, and the other person may not just be wired that way, or in the situation they're not. So so your question was, what's a little thing? So like if I'm moving slow, like I'll tell her like, you know, it's Sunday, I'm off. I'll get the things done. Just allow me to get them done at my pace. They'll get done. Just allow me to get them done at my pace. You don't got to do nothing. Just don't look at it if it's still, you know, the dishes didn't get put away or something. I will get it done on my pace. I promise that. But, you know, allow me to work at my own pace. So there's always some type of negotiation, and it probably sounds like a headache to some single folks, but I promise you, if you are with the right partner, doing these things, it sounds like we're arguing, or it sounds like it's this complex, like, at times it can be, but then when you're on the same page, you're like the Wonder Twins. It's insane, because now I can anticipate, you know, and I'm not making some of these changes, I'm not like changing who I am and my identity. My identity is still the same. Some of my habits here and there, you know, become a little bit tweaked a little bit. You know, it's not like this thing where you have to change who you are as a person, because if someone's telling you to do that, then that's not the partner for you. So, you know, you learn how to anticipate your partner's needs and wants, and vice versa, and it really becomes like sometimes you're reading each other's minds. Like, and the thing too is like, I know that like with my wife, if I know that certain things are gonna like bother her, or like she's overstimulated because like she had a rough day, like there's certain things like I'll notice like, ooh, this needs to be fixed, like in the house or something like that, or like I need to make sure that like I don't get defensive if she gets cranky at me.
Yep.
Because I need to know, number one, she had a rough day. It's a weekend. I'm here moving slow, so, and sometimes she'll come at me with some attitude or whatever, but it's like, okay, where's this attitude coming from? Because we know that we love each other, and a lot of times it's just a bad mood or whatever, so you have to think about like all the surrounding circumstances.
You gotta be a rock.
You have to, you know, sometimes we get in, you know, we beef. We'll be like, we're not talking for a couple hours, it's like, all right, like let's both like step away and breathe, and when we're ready to problem solve. I don't like to say argue, I like to say problem solve. So that we can find out, okay, in this situation, what happened here that we can do better next time, or like, because sometimes the same things come up, and it takes practice, and it's like, but because you love each other and when you're with the right partner, you're willing to go through those repetitions together. Yeah. And then you get to a point where you're like, the arguments become the problem solving, becomes much fewer and far between, and you have to be good at problem solving. Okay, I don't like the word fighting and arguing, because you both care about coming to an agreement and an understanding. That's why you get emotionally charged and try to have this friction, because it's you two against the problem, not you versus the other. And once and you go through those, and you have to, and I swear it rewires your brain to be able to handle things overall better too, because you're doing it because you love this person and you decided, okay, I found my partner, I'm gonna go through these repetitions, and yeah, we might not agree at times, or we might, we have to come to some kind of understanding or agree to disagree or compromise. So, and it really becomes amazing when you then find the groove with your person. You like start to develop new things, like when you're together, like you're like a super person or something. It's really amazing.
It's hard to explain with words, but I know what you're talking about. It's beautiful.
I feel like sometimes I know what my wife is thinking. My wife knows what I'm thinking, and she will also make the effort to like if I feel like I'm being criticized or attacked in someone's tone, I'm gonna get defensive, and then I'm not gonna want to listen. So she has made a point to have a very soft approach, and as soon as she does that, I'm all ears, and we problem solve right away. And there's no we skip the beef. Sometimes it feels like, oh my God, we're arguing, we're beefing right now, like it's over. No, you're two emotionally charged individuals. The emotions will pass. Step away from each other for a little bit. Come back when you're both centered, and you can have a discussion. If you can successfully problem solve with your partner, and then be on good terms and be cuddly and stuff, and that is a good indicator that I think that's a good indicator that your relationship will last, because you can both get through problems and then you can recover. If you have this constant cycle of someone goes off and does something, oh, we fought, so now I'm gonna go do some crazy shit, like fuck some other girl.
Yeah.
Like that's I think you have to be able to have a discussion, difficult conversations, and recover emotionally. And if something's bothering you, you got to talk about it right then and there. And I know it's hard. Sometimes women are like, I'm fine, but then they're not. You have to be patient with that, because what my wife says is, and I know I'm drabbing on about this. It's just a lot. I just feel like I can.
It's Sunday. We at church.
If I know my wife says she's fine, and I can see on her face that she's not, I'm like, all right, let's carry on. I'll try again in a little while.
That's a timer.
But yeah, I'll be like, come on, I can see it on your face. Like, what is it? And it's like, maybe I don't know what I did or said, or how I did or said something that like rubbed her the wrong way. But the way she explains it, which I think is great, is I need more time to process how I feel about this, to decide if I really am upset just for now, or if it's like, if I'm really upset about it and it's worth being upset about the rest of the day or whatever. Granted, she has a resting bitch face, and she will say that. So like sometimes I'm off the mark. I'm like, what's going on? She's like, no, it's just the RBF. It's just the RBF. So it's like, I think instead of trying to, I want to solve problems right away, because if you don't, it builds resentment. It builds a gap between you and your partner. And no matter how inconvenient, you want to try to solve it right then and there. I mean, we've had arguments in the car on the way to events, and when we were late to the event because we were no, we're going to talk about this right now. If we're late or people have something to say, we'll make up something. Prioritizing problem solving as soon as possible, and then recovering as soon as possible has been, in my opinion, the staple of my wife and I relationship. So my wife and I have been married since 2023.
Congrats.
Thank you. We've been together since 2017. However, we did break up for a period because she had some things to figure out. I had some things to figure out. Initially, she said, I want to take a break. And I was like, fuck that. I don't like that phrase. Because to me, it's like, if you're serious about a relationship, you can't be in one foot in the door and 1 foot out. And you have to make sure the other person isn't either, because then it's not a relationship, it's something else. So then obviously, we cut off communication completely. I had her blocked on everything. Not because it's like, oh, fuck you. No, for my own, I needed to make sure that I could move forward.
Yeah, you better than me, because I haven't blocked this. Ooh, fuck you.
Because when we broke up, it wasn't like
you hate each other.
There was nothing like she did something, I did something. She wasn't ready to receive the love I was ready to give her. Because she had been in bad relationships before, and
you were saying you were originally kind of an over deliverer.
Yes.
Yeah.
So so with that, she probably wasn't used to that, and it's not like I was like buying her flowers every single day, but she said, "I don't think this is gonna work." Then I was like, that was one of the hardest. I cried the whole night. It was hard because I was like, I'm ready to commit to this person. I'm ready to give what I'm gonna give. I don't think she was quite used to what she was getting, and she said we need to take a break. I'm like, no, like we need to see how if it's gonna work, it's gonna work. We'll find each other again, type of thing.
Yeah.
And so I don't normally give second chances because usually it's like you have one chance, but because no one really was at fault for anything, I was like, you know what? I know I still love her, let's try this again. And unfortunately, I went back into a little bit of a hoe phase when we were broken up. And
congratulations.
Well, not congratulations because it was irresponsible of me. Because I love I love my wife. I still loved her, but I was entertaining other women, and I developed feelings for someone that I was close to committing to that was new, but then I hurt her, and I was very irresponsible for that, and I shouldn't have even gotten back into a hoe phase because I knew that I still felt the way I did about my now wife, and that we discussed all that. I told her this, and it's like you have to be open and you have to be willing to compromise. And sorry, that was a lot.
No, I think it's just like.
So I just hope something was taken away from that, and it's like when I see people who are single, I'm like just focus on you. Just don't think, oh, I have to be here or I have to be with this person now. Do what you are doing, and I do believe that when you and your partner find each other, you'll kind of get a sense.
Inshallah.
And the thing is that your partner will be willing to give as much as you are giving, and and so you can't just, if you like someone and you want them to, you can't put expectations on someone that they're not willing to give you. At that point, you have to send them on their way. So to all the single people out there, whether you want to be single or not, there's no timeline. I know people who are in their 70s, and not to say it's going to happen to you, but I know people who are in their 70s and 80s who have maybe had bad marriages, and they found their actual person much later in life. And it's not to say that's going to happen to you, but don't rush, don't force it. Just keep being okay, being on your own with yourself. That helps you build confidence in your knowing what your identity is, and then it helps you decide who isn't right for you. Because you should have some non-negotiables for yourself, because people expect, people have an identity based on who the relationship is, and that's not an identity. You have your own identity, and your partner has an identity, and then you share each other, and that,
Thanks, man. I'm single right now.
Before we wrap up, by the way, that was like a lot of gems.
I'm happy to give that, because I think I've been single, and I've been badly hurt, and I just know that you have to just keep going. There's so many people, and you just don't know who it's gonna be, and I think people bash marriage, and some rightfully so, but there are happily married people. And the work that you put in is worth it, because then you feel like you have it's like Batman and Robin. It's awesome. It's an awesome thing.
All right.
1 + 1 is 3.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Just don't make an album like The Big Day, because that's gonna throw all of this off for me.
I know you were trying to say something.
Come on.
Wait,
I love everything everything he said.
I didn't say shit.
Just put out some good music.
Wait, shit like that. Because that was about his being happy with marriage, right?
You sending mixed signals. You
Well,
said
what about
mixed
like
signals.
I put out a song.
Because I love what you said. I'm just like, please let the music match this.
You
But
can't.
you have to do it right though, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just make the music match what you saying.
got you.
Because I've seen.
Go make your big day.
I'm not fucking. I'm calculated when it comes to some of that.
Make it like a big week or a big the
I'll
anniversary or
support
a
gems,
big
but
month.
it's not. You know,
Or like
it's,
name it after a good year. Just
you got to do it right.
Yeah. It's like this gems. I agree with you. Gems. It's just like
But hear me out though.
don't.
If it wasn't for the big day, he would have had the big tomorrow.
If
So
it- if
his
it was-
new album is
If
like,
it wasn't for the
you
big
know?
day,
Well, let's
Anyway,
not.
still be married.
His newest album still has some of the same sentiment as the big day.
Chance of Winning Best
It's
Rappers in
just
the
how
world.
he
Always
went.
has
It's
been,
just how
always
he
will
went
be.
about it. That I think
Who's
was great
disagreeing
about
with
it.
that?
Nobody.
No.
Nobody.
You're a big inspiration.
Yes, we love you. Anyway, before we wrap up though, Leela, I know we keep double back to you. How did you deal with your anxiety? Crazy segue from love
What?
and stuff, but
is it crazy?
Are you asking me?
It's
No, we're
yeah,
we're here for you
How
right
did
now.
How do you process that, and
Fuck
how
this
did
shit
you
up,
deal
Lilo.
with?
How do I deal with my anxiety?
Yeah.
Yeah.
give all the mics.
We came out there. We tried to give our best. You know, sometimes things don't go out. You plan them out. We just got to get pucks on net. You know, that's what it. No. Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was trying to do the press conference. No,
I'm gonna get the ball. I'm gonna dunk it. I play for the Lakers.
no, I don't know. Obviously, but like he was talking about meditation is super helpful for anxiety shit. I prescribe to the idea of just being a fucking psycho and take your mic back.
Yeah.
I prescribe to the idea of just being a psycho and like sometimes you got to use your
Actually, no.
your own craziness and stuff. You know, sometimes you got to use your own craziness. So sometimes you got to use your own anxiety.
What
And,
do you, so like subscribe to the cycle, and it's like just like, you know what, I'm anxious as fuck, and then that's just gonna be my identity, or like
no, it's not my identity. But if I'm anxious, I'm anxious. Who cares? And like I can use that physically into stuff because like
Music.
in like music or working out or like whatever the day holds. Yeah, it's just energy. Exactly. So is right.
So how do you use
Right.
it? Like when you
I'm an idiot, but I write hella. Dude, I have like a bunch of projects up in the air right now. So I have my project with Dutch, like this music project with my best friend Dutch, who like my friend Loco recorded it. So we have that, and I have films that I'm making, and that we're starting on the 15th shooting this Halloween movie and shit. You stay busy. That's how I do it. You just stay busy and stay crazy. That's my whole thing. Never mind. I shouldn't even say that. Never mind. I was gonna say I also smoke a lot of weed, but I don't know if that helps or hurts anxiety. It could hurt.
I believe.
Yeah, it does.
But
Sounds like no.
personally, it helps me just with depression more than anything. So if you're like me and you have depression and anxiety, meditation and shit, and just using your emotions against themselves, really, is how to get out of it. That's the only way I know how to do it. I'm sure there's other ways, but I seem to like bleeding to get through stuff. So that's how I like to do it.
and even like breaking down what you said, that's kind of like meditation, because meditation kind of teaches you to not dismiss it, to kind of just like let it go, feel what you feel, and just like release it. So, you know, maybe what you're saying is just like you're vocalizing in a different way, but like Buddhists or like people who follow the kind of Eastern meditation stuff, that's kind of like meditation. It's like, oh, I'm angry right now, just feel it, and then even using it, or just letting it flow through you, not trying to deny it, because denial is when it gets trapped.
Yeah, shout out Taoism.
Right.
Shout out Taoism, because that was what changed for me in 6th grade when I read the Tao Te Ching. That was what really like hit me like, dude, you gotta chill the fuck out, because I was even anxious back then, and so I was still anxious, but I would be in chill, and I realized, oh, you can do that. You can be behind the scenes anxious, but you're chill to that. Like, they think you're chill. They think you're the chill guy. You're tweaking. Yeah. So I learned that skill early from the Tao Te Ching, that book, where it talks about, like, hey, we're all just sticks in the water, just, like, random shit. I don't know.
You see,
read your books, man. Read your holy
support
books.
baby right here. Like what?
Yeah, I got the Buddha right next to me. We're good.
Big brain.
But Yeah.
Well, what a podcast.
What a magical time.
Yeah. Thank you for having us.
I feel like we're
this is dope.
pleasure.
This is a
I feel
beautiful
like we're
place.
each one of the Lucky Charms right now. Like,
Yeah.
shout out Juju in the back.
Shout out Juju on the beat, Juju on the back.
Thank you.
Juju behind the scenes.
thought we forgot about Drake? No.
Shout out Juju. No, this has been a dope podcast. I was literally just like, I was just listening for myself almost, just taking in the gems from all of you all. That's really what this is. Selfishly, I kind of just be like learning. I just be learning and just like a sponge, you know?
Likewise.
As much as it is for my audience, it's just as much for me, if not more.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you all for taking the time, being vulnerable today, and like just telling your story.
What?
That's
Thank you
real.
for having
Yeah,
us.
thanks for having us.
Thank you very much.
I'm
Nice to meet
not
y'all.
on
Nice to meet you
podcasts
guys.
often, but this is one of
Yeah.
the best times I've had on one.
This is the best podcast I've ever had. Man.
Like
Wow, thank you.
at this point, yeah.
Thank
I
you for
appreciate
pulling
it.
me out of my bat cave.
Right?
No, and thanks for being flexible, because I know we move stuff around a little bit.
Because
I got
like
you.
I was,
Yeah, my
I was
bad.
gonna be
I
either
appreciate
at the
it.
studio working on music and waiting on rehearsal, or like working. I'm about to go to a writing session after this. Cause
Gym after this.
The grind, man.
I'm not
Very
surprised. Stanknasty.
stimulating. That
Thank
was a very stimulating
Thank you
thing.
for
I
letting
don't
us
even
know
need pre-workout. Shit.
you. Tosh, you took some pre-workout. Actually, y'all can. What gym do you go to, Stanknasty?
Anytime fitness.
Okay,
Just
yeah.
because if I'm
I'm
out.
about to say y'all can work out together. You already preloaded. Get your vitamins and nutrients, yeah. Oh, never,
really?
never mind. That's
And then when I'm
exclusive. I
at
don't
the
know nothing
gym,
about that life.
when I'm at the gym, I'm not talking to anybody.
You're killing it.
I gotta decompress.
You
Dude,
know
that's-
it's some hard ass shit, bro.
Linkin Park, no.
Shit. All right. Well, that's one of them.
You know
Shit.
it. You know Linkin Park Jay-Z
Their
album.
new Linkin Park was great. The lead female singer is she's killing
Imagine
it.
Dragons.
No.
Well, so I have to.
G, I love you, but I feel like you're by yourself right now.
Hear me out. Hey, it lets
Nothing
people.
about-
Lamar, Eminem, Tech Nine. Let's see.
Oh,
I
Tech
got.
Nine's a good one.
Tech Nine's good, yeah.
I feel like I'd be using dumbbells if I'm listening to Tech Nine.
Sometimes, depending on what kind of
Yeah.
workout it is, foreign exchange. Dude, I listen to John Connor, Dave East. Let's see who else is on here. Hans Zimmer, the whole fucking.
Shout out
Dark-
Come on.
Hans Zimmer,
my man.
Yeah, put me on a bike or
Oh
a
my-
treadmill for some Hans Zimmer.
Oh shit! There's just too much. There's just a lot of.
Let me
So I had the Prince
Sunrise.
Where your playlist at? Like you over here
It's on Apple
scrolling.
Music.
Send me the link.
I'm on Apple Music,
Bro.
so I'll fuck around.
That's way too
Right
many
now,
A
my
songs.
workout playlist is 3,110
Yeah, it's so many songs.
So you work out for 10 days at a time.
No.
No, he's putting full albums out.
Right
He's
now,
got 40 minor
the whole,
albums.
I didn't realize how the whole four.
I see you on
Surprised
the
it fit on the
I
couch.
see you on a 15, baby.
20% percent.
Let's see who else. I listened to dude, that new Doja Cat album though. Low key.
15% pain.
Let's see who else we got here. Carol G. The Batman vs Superman soundtrack. Hans Zimmer.
I rebuilt the
I
soundtrack.
recommend Kevin Abstract. I'm not saying it's for workouts, but it's just a good album.
Yeah, not
A lot of shit.
I've heard of him.
Shout out
And the
Kevin
thing is,
Abstract.
it's like, and it has to make me.
Brockhampton.
Brockhampton, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's from Brockhampton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they separated, and now it's just Kevin
Yeah, now
after,
he's doing his own thing.
Yeah, Brockhampton. Yeah, I used to definitely play that
God, I miss
playlist.
Brockhampton.
Eminem, of course. I'm sure
I saw them do
people would
Bleach
assume
Live at
that.
Lala in 2018. Changed my fucking life.
That's my favorite Eminem song. Stan.
Recovers.
I fucking hate
Recovers
that
probably
song.
my favorite album.
I'm not trying to hear about him. I like his swaggy shit where he's like popping off crazy.
Lyrics. I like the lyrics are pretty dark.
I don't want to hear about a dude in a basement fucking
Yeah.
tweaking,
No,
bro.
he's
I'm not
depressed,
trying to
he's
hear about
depressing.
it.
Was
But
he
then it
tweaking?
ain't for you.
Was he tweaking throughout the whole thing, or was he tweaking at the end when he murdered his girlfriend?
No.
He was tweaking throughout the whole
No,
thing.
bro, is definitely.
And then he died because he drove off a
Right.
Yeah. It's more so. I like the artistry. I like the
No, it is a
storytelling.
fun
I like the artistry. I
movie.
like the storytelling.
It's a fun movie to watch, like by listening.
Yeah. I'm a contrarian sometimes. I hate when things get too popular. I
I'm
still,
just not
I
trying
still
to.
haven't seen Game of Thrones because it's just too
I also
fucking
love
popular.
that
Well, that was
song.
a great time.
I love Ditto's song. I love that
Dido?
song. Thank you.
The
Is it
original
Dido?
one was
Whatever. I love that
Do
song.
you know the song
and I think he
Tabernacle
ruins
by Royce
it.
the 5'9"?
No.
Yes.
Oh, can I just play it real quick? Real quick.
Yeah. As you play it though, let's start before you wrap up. How can you reach everybody on socials, and what final words do you all have?
Be yourself. Life is what you make it. Eat smart or whatever. And then Raykeidrick came on pretty much everywhere. Like, yeah.
Shay.
RAYKEIDRIK. And that's going to get you to the rest of it.
Write that down.
Please.
I'm Liam or Lilo Ghul. You can find me at Liam Ghul or Lilo Ghul.
Play
You can
that
find
song,
me both.
Stanknasty. Okay.
Yeah, I'm at watch my movies. Watch my movie on YouTube right now, Anchoress. And yeah, I have more coming. So yeah.
Let's get it.
Stanknasty everywhere. Oh shit. Stanknasty everywhere. That's one word. Stanknasty. People make that mistake sometimes, so I just gotta Stanknasty. Instagram, Spotify. I have a new song called out. Take a Chance. A new music video out for that too.
Yeah. Rome 2.5.
Be disciplined. You know what you go after. What you want most, not what you want right this second. That's gonna get you where you want to go. Discipline, man.
Yeah.
And you can find me at amir.tunde. That's amir.tunde. Yeah, I think I'm posted on like all the platforms.
What does that mean, Taj? What does Amir Tunde mean in layman's terms?
Since I was asked, like Taj, Amir, Tunde, Ali Balagan is my full name.
Taj Amir. Okay.
Yeah. Taj is crown, Amir is prince.
Oh, what?
Damn.
Oh, wow.
And then Tunde is
Branding right there.
Return of the Father. Because I was born the same day.
What?
I was born the same
Shit,
day
I need to
as
change my
grandfather.
actual name.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Can you give me the past? That's crazy.
But, yeah, some final words. I echo everything I heard. Also, just
say something original.
grant yourself grace.
I know,
There you
that's
go. No, you ain't finna take that easy way out.
Oh, also buy tickets to our show October 22nd at the
Station
Comedy Clubhouse.
606.
Station 606.
Write that down.
We'll all
Write
be
that
there. Come out.
If y'all trying to get that Laugh Factory action going, show up.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we only growing from here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, water them seeds. Y'all know what happens after that.
They grow.
Also, Chance, hit us up.
Oh my god.
Oh no, we for real about that sketch, bro. Like,
Chance the Rapper you're talking about.
Yeah,
just
ignore-
to be clear.
Yeah,
Like-
ignore the big day stuff. But anywho,
Dude.
as always, stay hydrated, stay breathing.
I know
in.
that's right. Stay hydrated.
Oh yeah,
Sponsor.
that good ass oxygen, and most importantly, stay basic.
Only cap they buy, only cap they buy, only cap they buy. I'm spreading positivity, some light.